playing games with my
heart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Warming up.
Warming up the voice. And this time around, we got our Robert 1.0 back.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yep. Had to fire the other two losers.
Yeah,
But
good.
thank you for helping out.
But they did a great job.
They did a great
did a
job.
great
I
job.
am super surprised how much they didn't ruin the show.
Exactly. I was expecting to hear you monologue, and then they laugh maybe sometimes nervously in the background.
Welcome to my TED Talk.
No, I didn't manage to listen to the whole episode, just half of it, but it sounded great. Good job, guys, if you're listening, which I'm just assuming you're not. But thank you for stepping in, and sorry for my absence. But I'm back.
And with us today, we have a special guest.
The queen of farts. I mean, darts. I mean...
That's what she gave us. That's what it says on the script. Like, please introduce me horribly.
Please don't say anything about the other stuff, but darts and farts.
But darts and
Go
farts.
ahead.
That's my middle name, yo.
You gave me a
Hi.
contract. I needed to work around it. This
Yeah.
is what I do. But Miss Bahkadisch, welcome
Thank you.
to the show. And Ilias is amazingly quiet now. I don't know what's happening.
He's starstruck. I know. I can see it.
Yeah.
Starstruck.
Very nice.
We both are.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome. And please introduce yourself to our lovely listeners. And
They're not that great.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
They are.
Yeah.
But don't tell them.
Okay. Listeners, you're awesome. Is this ASMR?
ASMR. Yes. Welcome.
group ASMR. Yes, just to make it more awkward.
Okay, so thank you for inviting me to this super serious podcast of yours.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah. Well, as you said, my name is Bahkadisch, also known as Karin.
That means nothing good in Albanian that we learned
Exactly.
today.
If some listeners know this for a fact, this is just a rumor I heard that my name is the word for the male.
What word? What is this word? Like, what
It
are you
feels like
getting at?
everybody's heard about this word. So
Tell us about the word.
the D word.
The D word.
D word. Yeah.
Diesel,
So,
Vin Diesel.
I'm in your face.
so I've been told that my name Karin is the D word in Albania, but I have no. How do you even look that up?
I don't know.
Google Translate,
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, good. I
mean-
didn't even think of that.
Welcome to the Boomer Podcast with the other two boomers.
I don't want that in my history. Like,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're web browser. You care. That's
Oh, yeah.
cute.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah.
where do I start? Do I type in Karin and then translate?
Yes.
Yeah, to
then
Albanian.
Because then it's
I'm
in
safe.
Exactly. It was like, wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
this. That's
And maybe my clock will pick it up at some point during the show. And there you go. What does Karin mean in Albanian?
I can't translate into Albanian yet.
You suck, Sean Clock.
It's too early.
It's too...
all right. Yeah. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I love that it actually worked for the first
For
time
the first time ever.
We've tried to have Sean Clock talk to us, but he won't.
Sean Clark.
Sean Clock Van Dam.
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is now.
Yeah. Officially.
Yeah.
But yeah, great topic. Good.
Well,
So the topic is
So-
you.
You.
yeah. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Yes.
I don't know what you want me to say.
We want you to say
I work as an illustrator. I draw a lot of stuff. It's my full-time job since, I don't know, 6 years back or something.
That's awesome.
That's insane, actually.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people manage to keep a full-time job as an illustrator for 6 years? I think.
Mm.
You have
Yeah.
to spread your eggs in many baskets.
Mhm.
Like-
And you have done so, like, very well.
Yeah.
Yes, you have.
I do a lot of stuff. And I think that what keeps me floating. Like if one egg goes down, another egg can be
gotta
thrown.
down.
More
down.
rises.
I can
Like
fry
Hydra.
them.
Yeah. No, but I think that's really impressive. And the stuff that you actually make is really nice. Like the stuff that you've posted, when you draw it from like by hand and then you scan it in and you take it into Illustrator and then you make it into like a print production thing that you make trays and cups and stuff. Like it's so well made.
Thank you.
It looks very nice.
Yeah.
And now you don't have to explain anything because now it's all done. So no.
Yeah.
No, we'll deep dive into hopefully your whole process and your entire background because we want to know everything that is the D word. And Karin, sorry.
K word. Yeah.
Who is this D word that you had on?
Yeah.
We have
sorry.
many listeners in
Yeah,
Albania
exactly.
now.
Yeah, Albania now.
Yeah. Or at least we did
Yeah.
before. But yeah.
Yeah, they think we're joking with them now. They're like, why are you calling us
What
dicks?
do you, yeah. So how have you been, Ilias? How was it being here without me?
Without you,
for the first
it was
time
actually
in
weird.
Sketchbook Heroes history.
Yeah, it was weird. It was really, really weird to kind of have other people here and not have you here to interrupt them.
Exactly. That's what I do.
And I was surprised to how little I interrupted them as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just let them talk because I've talked for years and I don't know what to say.
But I think like the two people that joined were the best possible people to bring in
So different.
because
but
they're so.
yeah.
But they've both been here multiple
Yeah.
times and they know the talk and stuff.
Yeah.
So they just jumped straight in. It just felt very natural. So I was impressed, very, because I was dreading, like, oh my God, how's this gonna work?
Yeah, I was dreading to
Like-
edit. I was like, shit, when I sat down and then I listened, I was like, this is too good. Like,
Yeah.
they just did their job well, and I did apparently my job well as well. And it's just like, I edited so little,
Awesome.
except the intro song, I guess. It felt good.
But how was Easter with the fam?
The what? Yeah, Easter. Yeah, we don't do a lot of Easter. We just hide a couple of toys in the yard, basically, wrapped up in eggs, and that is, within quotation marks, what Easter is about, toys.
Of course.
Other than that, it's just been cozy. It's nice to have, like, a couple of days off and not have to work.
I have to ask you, because I saw the eggs on Instagram. They were huge.
Oh,
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
inside?
Just, wrapped up toys.
Okay.
And, like, stuff that they wanted, like an iPad cover. My son's was broken for over a year, and I was like, yeah, I'll replace it any day now. So, yeah, I finally actually ordered one and gave it to him, and he was super happy.
Nice.
So, and it was just like small stuff, the shop Normal or whatever
Yeah.
it's called. We just bought stuff from there for my daughter. She loves, like fake nails and eyelashes and makeup and stuff. And my wife works with makeup, so some of that stuff as well. Just pack it in the egg.
How is this your daughter? Like, it doesn't sound
No,
at all
but
like...
she is so my daughter. Like, if you, like, when you meet her, you're like, that's your daughter. Like, it is 100% your daughter. She
Okay.
is me as a kid.
Yeah.
And a grown-up.
Yeah.
It is horrifying.
Yeah.
And I love her, Like, it's just like,
I
no,
hate,
no, no.
love her.
Yeah, but like, it's that relationship that she's so like me that it's annoying to talk to her.
Oh, do you get in a clinch or like?
All the time.
Yeah.
Just with her. Yeah. So that's
Over the fake lashes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no,
Of
I don't
course.
care
'Cause
about
you
the
want
fake
What else
lashes, 'cause
would
I
you
want
argue
them,
about?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, your eyelashes aren't as full as mine. I don't know if that's a thing,
Blink,
but
blink, blink.
Here are some fake ones for
here are
Easter.
the fake ones, so you can look as good as daddy.
Nice.
Parenting.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just guess, and then, you haven't fucked them up too much.
Yeah. It feels great to have this sort of, answers stuff for the future of, I guess
This is
just the
prep-
panic that is swelling up inside me now is incredible. So thank you for that. That's
Just
really cool.
relax and ask Ilias
Nothing.
about anything.
Or call my wife. She'll give you actual advice. I was like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Somehow it always works out.
Yeah, because she fixes everything, right?
Exactly.
And you just
call my
run
wife.
along.
Call Maria. Call Maria. That's the answer for every question you have. Just call my wife.
Yeah. You have that on like a permanent copy paste on your phone.
It's actually, when you're doing something on your phone, you get those options like I'm working or I'll call you
Yeah.
back or something.
Yeah.
I'll have that one.
Yeah. Ask Maria.
Ask Maria. How are you? Ask Maria.
Well, what about you, Karin? How did you celebrate Easter? And
Since we're all so religious in this room,
Yeah.
it's really important that we talk about Easter.
Yeah.
hopefully
always-
you celebrated Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's about toys.
It's about the Easter bunny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it
pray
is
to
about
the
the Easter
Easter
But
bunny,
what is
yeah.
the difference
Yeah.
between Jesus and the Easter Bunny, really?
I don't know. They're equally fluffy.
Yeah.
Or- yeah.
Yeah, because I've met both.
Tell me more about meeting Jesus.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I also have
Robcast.
the
The
Robcast.
Robcast with Jesus.
Yes.
Karin, how was Easter?
yeah, back to that one. It was good. I also have kids, 2 girls with no fake lashes yet.
No fake lashes.
You know, they're 6 and 7, so we got that ahead of us, I guess. But yeah, a lot of candy, skiing downhill.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I don't know, watching TV.
Nice.
You know, Swedish Easter.
Swedish Easter.
Eating
Cool.
eggs.
Mm.
Robert, how have you been, dude?
I've been sick,
Yay.
which is great. This week was like the most booked week also
Oh,
in my
that's
job
great.
history almost. Like I had so much work booked in, and then COVID. I actually had COVID, so no work, and had like a full week off, which in the beginning I was really excited about because time off. But as soon as that idea sort of sunk in, the panic and anxiety and all of the stress came, and it was really horrible, but I was too sick to actually give a fuck. So I've spent most of this week just watching really stupid reality shows that aren't stupid at all, actually. I love them, which I will talk about later, I guess. But Easter, because I had COVID, we couldn't meet any family or anything.
Oh,
so
that's so sad.
yeah. Well, I actually haven't seen them since New Year's, so this was going to be like we were gonna tell them that we're gonna have a daughter and announce
okay,
that,
yeah.
and there were like big plans. And Friday was gonna be with the Santa's family, and then Saturday my family, and had to cancel everything. And she didn't want to risk going to her parents in case she had anything, so she had to cancel. Like Santa had to cancel all of her plans, and I felt so bad, like so extremely bad. And the client that maybe gave me COVID felt even worse because, yeah, I told him.
We can do that as a,
course you
hey, we
did.
can do that as a wrap up where we go and beat him up or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just call him up on the pod.
Hey, dude, you should meet us here.
exactly.
Confront him.
No, he is like one of the nicest and best clients I've ever had. Really, really awesome dude, and was nice enough to actually write me and say, dude, I actually have COVID. How are you? And
But it's nice when they give something back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I didn't get a tip. So
He's a giver.
yeah, he is a giver. But yeah, unfortunately, I did get the shit. But yeah, so it's been a really slow week, but hectic in my head, and both good and bad, and all of those things. So fantastic week. Yeah. There you go. Intro song.
Intro
save
song,
me,
yes. But
save
thank you for
us.
listening. Rate the podcast.
Underverket, look them up,
Max,
go here, rent stuff, follow
all the good
Bahkadisch,
stuff.
do
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
stuff.
Sponsor us. Follow everyone.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
And we're back. And that's how that works.
That's how.
Everyone's like, oh, you don't really pause. Like, no.
No.
I'm just, you can't actually hear me just looking at these two guys, wondering what's going on. Because I'm also like sitting in the middle, like it's a tennis match, like watching these two
Yeah,
guys.
we haven't thought this through at all.
No,
So,
but I'm totally comfortable
but
with that.
we'll sit in front of you like we're measuring you next time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
I don't
if that
know.
makes you feel better. Or maybe we could just sit right, like all three of us in that chair.
in a row.
sure.
Just to keep you like feeling safe. Like, no.
That is so
Yeah,
weird.
it's
that
super
was
weird.
So
Back at it.
so let's start from the beginning, Karin. Like, how did you get started with illustration or drawing, or like, how did it evolve and how did it grow into what you do today?
The classic answer, like, I've always been one of those kids that always drew something.
But why was that?
I don't know. I liked it. It was easy to do.
Did you have like friends that were drawing, or
No.
was it your own thing? Because I
Yeah.
mean, we had each other, and we talked about it a couple of times. But we always drew together, and that was our thing. Like, I think we were
That and cool cartoons. That
yeah,
was
yeah, exactly. That's what we had. But so it's always interesting for us to hear about how, if you didn't have friends, how you kept drawing and what made you evolve.
If you
know.
didn't have friends, period. Well,
Maybe that's the
that's
the
not
answer.
what I meant.
Yeah. That's
No,
not
I
what
didn't have friends that I like drew with, but I always have creative friends making up pretend like save the animal clubs, and my part was
that's
always
cute.
to do the magazine, do the
Oh, yeah.
the invitations and stuff like that. Always being the creative one,
Okay, cool.
and always drawing or painting on everything in my room. I had this one period with everything. I would paint it white with black dots, like a cow, like
Okay.
a cow
Nice.
pattern. Everything in my room.
Awesome.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks. And then I went on to the next thing.
Nice.
Like, no.
Yes.
Yeah, but I always knew I wanted to do something creative. But after school, I started college. Or is it college? No, it's the university, you say.
University, yeah.
Yeah.
For graphic design and communication. So I have a degree in communication and started working at an advertising agency as an art director.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, you
fancy.
You started as an art director?
Yeah,
Wow.
I started out as an art director.
That was
but-
actually my first gig too. It was horrible.
Yeah, I kind of liked it, but every time that we were supposed to do something, including an illustrator, I always felt like we gave the best part away to someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
that's
the
job.
illustrator comes in and takes the best part of
Yeah.
the project.
Yep.
I'm like, but
You come up
that's
with
why
the
you
cool
hired
idea.
me.
Yeah.
God damn it. Like, yeah.
No, that's when I realized, oh, this is what an art director does.
Yeah.
Like
They-
2 years into the job. No, not exactly, but I've never really occurred to me that you can make a living out of drawing stuff.
Yeah. That took us forever as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, apart from comic books, which we
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
was
The
like, the
thing.
one thing.
Yeah. I guess drawing for TV, like cartoons and comics, that was like the
Yeah.
2 jobs that
Yeah.
existed.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I started to draw like in my spare time, and with Twitter and Instagram started to grow a small crowd that actually liked what I was drawing and requesting me to draw something maybe that they could buy or purchase on a product or something like that.
Wow.
So I started a web shop and like had 5 prints and like easy products to create, like trays and stuff like that.
That to me doesn't seem easy. Like, how do you make this shit to stay on the tray? Like, to make your prints on a tray?
You Google it.
You Google it. No, no, I'm guessing that's how you did it. But
Yeah.
I'm just like, in my head, that was
Yeah.
like, too steep of a thing. Like,
Yeah, but actually, I was people requested like coffee mugs, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to do that. So I bought a pen that you could use on porcelain.
Oh, yeah,
porcelain.
Yeah, so I made every mug by hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you sold them for
Insane.
like 20,000 Swedish crowns?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Artwork.
So I'm really, really rich now.
Thank you for having me. You should be thanking me for being here.
Yeah, exactly.
The queen of mugs is here.
Wow. How long did you do that for then? Like, or how many of those did you do before you realized like this is insane. I can't keep drawing on mugs like this.
I don't know, maybe 100 mugs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
did 100.
insane.
But I'm really, really quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we witnessed you draw live.
But before
Yeah.
we move on this
Yeah.
subject, like, how did you get to the style that you're drawing today? Because
Yes.
you have a very like specific style
Yeah,
that is
how-
very much you.
Yeah, how did you go from cow print
Cow pattern to
to bearded dudes?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it started actually with the bearded dudes.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
That's right. No, actually, I've been backtracking, and the first guys didn't have beards. So the beard came later on. So my style at first was very much, I had one pen and one paper, and I did everything with a black
Yeah.
pen.
Yeah.
And I used a lot of lines and a lot of black spaces to create contrast. Like, yeah. This is so hard to describe the style.
It's
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was white paper and black lines, and it kind of quirky. Like,
Yeah.
I was never a big fan of, when you go to school and you have to teach yourself how to draw realistically.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
never a fan of that. And someone came in and said, "No, look at the light. The light
Yeah.
comes from the left." And I could never manage that style.
Yeah.
So I stopped drawing after like going to the art class in like preschool and I thought like, "Oh, well, I can't draw. This is not for me." And then I found out like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And then it started to be fun again. Like, it doesn't matter if this person has two left hands. No one
Yeah,
cares
no
if the
one-
thumb is on the wrong side. And
No, everybody cares, but you don't care that they care.
exactly.
Or that's how it should be. at
Yeah,
least.
it should be that way.
But I mean, did you have anybody in your family that was creative in any way, or did you draw with them, or like
No.
is it just you? Because that's always. I mean, my dad was a big influence, and he was very much that teacher with like
Yeah.
the light is from this side, and you need
Hey,
to be
dum-dum.
softer and just realistic. Yes,
Not even joking.
No.
Not
Like,
even
and
joking.
that's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
He didn't say it that way.
Yeah, how did you take that criticism from your dad?
Oh,
was it like
I'm still a slave to it, I guess. Like it's ruined me as a person.
did it push you to learn better?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's a weird thing because it also made me never be happy with anything.
Yeah.
This is something that I've been really molding over in my head a lot lately, but just reflecting on that. But it did fuck me up in that way that I can never be satisfied with anything that I do because I always hear my dad in my head like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, and I look at your stuff when I scroll through your Instagram, like this is perfect because in my eyes, you have everything figured out. Like the lighting is perfect, the proportions of a face is perfect, and like
Thank you.
I can see that you have really been working on it. You put the time and effort into that.
Yeah, but it's again just me trying to make my dad happy.
Oh, that's
You know,
so.
And it's
I don't
always
know.
going to be that
Is
way.
it sad?
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's
It is
equally
sad.
sad,
It's sad
and beautiful
Yeah,
in a way,
yeah.
I guess.
It is.
Yeah.
But he is and will always be the biggest influence.
But does he compliment you on your art?
Now, yes.
Yeah.
Now it's like because back then he was so much better. You know, he was really, really good. And then sometime after we started drawing a lot, me and Ilias, so maybe between 16 and 20, there was a shift, and we just overtook him like by light years because he stopped drawing for I don't know for what reason, but he just didn't have the
I know the
passion
reason.
and- yeah,
You came
I
and
came. Yeah,
You ruined
Yeah.
everything, Robert. You ruined my life.
but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing how parents can really fuck kids up, I guess.
No, don't say that.
No. But it's like this is something obviously because I'm gonna have a kid at some point that I am reflecting on, and how will I be doing this with my children, and like will I push them too much? Will it make them not want to paint at all?
Yeah.
Will they even like painting? Like there's so many worries in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm trying to think. My kids draw a lot.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's so fun. I can't draw with them because I get like, no, this is my paper, don't touch it. But I'm trying to think to not say how good they are.
Oh, okay.
all the time because of course I think they
Yeah.
are awesome at drawing because they're my kids, but I don't want them to draw.
For likes.
Yeah, for likes exactly.
It is exactly
as
the
I
same
do.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's they I can see it in their face that they get much more happy when I say, "Wow, that's cool. Where's she going? What's she gonna do with that flower that she has in her hand?"
But you show genuine interest as
Yeah.
well, I guess.
And then like, yeah, she's gonna go over to this paper where I draw a horse, and they're gonna feed it. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they have
That's
ideas.
amazing.
Yeah, instead of just going, "Oh yeah, that's really nice."
But it's mind blowing. Like you created this thing that's now creating things.
Yeah.
Like again, I've been at home for a week. I've been thinking a lot
about stuff.
So it really blows my mind. Like just looking at people now, it's totally different because everybody came from somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
fucks them up. No.
Yes. Or maybe didn't. You know,
Yeah.
somebody created Obama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so weird. Like being a part of that is crazy. So yeah. Sorry. Again, I am the chaos in the show. So
No,
I
that's
Totally
I
fine.
derail, and this is what I do.
But Ilias, your kids,
yes.
do they draw? Do they have different styles?
Yeah, they do. My daughter is actually really good at drawing, but she doesn't draw that often. And my son doesn't want to draw.
Okay.
So he's like, no, I don't think it's fun. I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah. But he's really good physically. Like he can master anything. Like he's really, really good. He was playing badminton yesterday with us, and I was like, my kids suck at this. Today, I was like, what happened? Like he's really good today. So he's really good at mastering basically anything that is physical.
Cool.
And my daughter, like she's entertaining. She's really fun, but she's like over the top fun.
Okay.
And she's a young girl as well, getting into her teens. So she thinks a lot of stuff is fun that no one else thinks is fun. So, but
Kind of like this podcast.
yes, dude, it's so much like this podcast, like just derailed shit. So
Amazing.
yeah, it's gonna be cool to see what she develops. But she's really good at drawing. So I think she's more like us when it comes to the drawing stuff. Like she could make that into something. But right now she just wants to do fun things, and doesn't really reflect on any of it. You know.
Oh. How old is she?
11.
11, yeah. Imagine having your career choice set at
Yeah,
11.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
That's
not.
why we don't
insane.
talk about
Yeah.
any career stuff at all. I was just like, do what you like and
Yeah.
do it a lot.
Yeah.
Good luck. That's basically what we're doing with both of them.
Yeah.
Just do what you love a lot. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that. Like,
Dude.
you sit down and you fucking draw and you love
Dude,
it.
It is so hard.
Look at
Like,
the lighting.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Where's the
lighting.
lighting coming from? Jesus Christ.
it's
I
coming
told you
from
this.
Jesus Christ. The light is coming from Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Jesus told you this. Come on, you're half a year old. You should know
Dude.
this by now.
Something that is really hard with your kids is like when I have this plan for them that I'm gonna sign them both up for gymnastics just to get that, like know your body basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them stopped. I was like, fuck.
No. Like I
'Cause
would
I
have
really
loved
know.
this when I was a kid.
I would have loved this exactly, and it's such a great thing to have, like because it's so easy to pick up anything
Yeah.
if you know your body in that way
Yeah.
and you can use it. And both of them stopped. Now I got one playing basketball and taekwondo, and the other one does horse riding and nothing.
and eyelashes.
And no, but she's actually really good at the makeup stuff. Like she doesn't wear it outside, but she likes watching videos and sort of replicating. So that could be something as well.
Yeah, that's also being creative.
It is
Yeah, it
being
is.
creative, and she does a lot of fun, like makeup. So I think if she would continue doing that, she would become really nice because she was really into like FX makeup. So who knows? But I'm trying not to, put stuff in their heads. Just let them do their thing. But it's really hard when you kind of want to give them something so that they're like able to, I don't know, have the physical ability to do stuff that they didn't know they wanted to do. And then they don't want to do it. And you're like, okay, I can't force him. Like my son, I can still trick him into like going to taekwondo class, even though he doesn't want to. Because once he's done it, it's like the best feeling.
Yeah.
But when he's at home playing Fortnite, it's not as appealing.
No.
So you got to find ways to kind of get them to do the stuff they need to for their own sake, but you can't force
buy a
them.
whip.
Exactly.
Of course you can. You can force everybody to do everything. Just look at Putin, you know.
Well, I was
He's a guy.
into I was into gymnastics when I was a kid, and didn't get me anywhere.
Well, you're here now.
I started playing soccer instead, and everything just went away.
Yeah.
But was that always like one of the biggest passions, apart from drawing, I guess? Was it like sports in general, or just football or soccer?
I don't know.
No, she said soccer. It means
Soccer.
sugar.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I was
really got into sugar.
As you can see.
What a rush!
No, I don't know. I didn't have any like this is my thing when I was a kid or
Really?
No. I just did a lot of stuff. Yeah.
That's, I don't know, that feels kind of unique.
Yeah, I'm a
does.
special flower.
Well, you are. Karin.
No, but it's like
definitely
we
are.
talked about a
Because
lot of
we
our
had
yeah, we
things.
had things.
We had
I
so
still
many
have,
things.
I still have so many things.
Yeah,
And in Tools today, I will talk about said things.
nice.
Yeah. But it is like some people have, things that they like doing and like doing it a lot. And then there are people that discover them in their 40s, like my wife.
Yeah.
She discovered like, oh, I like photography like a lot. And I was like, yeah, you discovered this at 42. It is insane that it took you this long
Yeah.
to just find a hobby and then be able to relate to how I can sit, and look at a piece of paper for hours on end.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, editing photos, and she's like, oh my God, this is insane, but I can't stop. I was like, yes, I know. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's a thing that people don't get. Like going out, meeting friends is not a hobby. That's something we all do. Like,
Because that was the answer I got from Sana, my wifey. Like, so when we started dating, I'm like, "What's your hobby?" Going out, meeting friends.
it's like,
What's your hobby? Hobby, not
So
what
except
you
from
do.
living life,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. So she doesn't have any hobby. She's never had a hobby apart from loving hair and fixing hair.
yeah, and I think her hobby is her job now. And
Yeah.
it's, that thing.
And
But-
she just went all in with that, and she's done that for 15 years, and it's great, But like, do you need a hobby, or do you not need a hobby?
I don't know. It feels like if the answer is going out, being with friends, maybe relationships are your hobby. Like you take care of your friends. You have you're in contact with your friends several times a day. I'm not like that.
No.
I don't have.
I was
That's.
like,
I actually think that could be a hobby.
maybe.
Like
Yeah,
my
yeah,
friends
yeah,
take
I
up a
guess.
lot of my time, a lot of my
Energy.
energy. I
Yeah.
think about them a lot, and I actually think
mean-
that could be a hobby.
Maybe, yeah.
It's all a like definition thing, I guess, or
Yeah.
like perspective. But for sure, I mean, it's all relative.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
it's interesting. Yeah. How do you define a hobby? I guess is that the episode? Is that what
Yeah,
we're doing
defining a
today?
hobby with Bahkadisch.
Yeah, I like
The big D. Whatever.
The big
The
D.
big
the
D,
big
what's up?
D.
I made it better.
Oh, so good.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
How could that go wrong?
But so before you decided to start university as a graphic designer and what was it,
Yeah, communication.
communication. Like, so what made you decide to go all in with that? Had you already started getting that following and drawing those cups, or did that come after university and after?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so-
After, or actually, during university, I started university in 2007, so that was like a lifetime ago. It feels like.
Yeah,
and
but I'm kind of with you.
Instagram was that was not a thing.
No.
I remember signing up for Twitter. I actually had this little tweet saying just today, like I had my Twitter account for 13 years now,
Oh, yeah.
so
Wow.
it was a long time ago.
But, so you started right after upper secondary, gymnasiet, I guess? Like, or how long of a break between?
I graduated 2003.
Yeah.
Started university
Hmm.
2007. So I had a few years just working, trying to figure out what I wanted to do because I had no idea.
And that's kind of, I guess, what I want to get to. Like,
Yeah.
how did you eventually decide that was...
I knew I
Definitely.
wanted to do something creative.
Yeah.
And why
But
did you think
what
that
is that?
communications was like? You know what I mean? Like,
Actually, it's just I don't know.
chose a
I
thing.
feel like I want to say Google again, but
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
couldn't have done that.
But
Alta
that-
Vista.
Because I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I just sort of like, I want to draw.
Yeah.
What is something I can study that makes me
Yeah.
draw? And then I found Konstfack, graphic
Yeah.
design, graphic design, and like, well, yeah, you draw, right?
Yeah.
That's an illustrator. And
I
then-
remember sitting in class the first day, and they were like, I don't know if they wanted to test us, but they were like, "So, what do you think graphic design is?" And I was like,
Boring.
"I have no idea what graphic design is." Yeah,
Big D out.
but it was fun. We did a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But do you feel like that gave you? What did it give you? Like the you know, like going to. Oh shit! My brain just like
going to
died.
school.
Yeah, going to school. Yeah. What do you feel like? Do you feel like it gave you something?
Give me
Like-
because this was, as I said, is a degree in communications. So it's not a degree in graphic design. It was a lot of, as I would say, hard work.
You had to read things.
Yeah, I have to read things.
Wait,
and
there are
write.
books in art.
Yeah. So it's 50,
What is this?
it's 50% doing the fun stuff and 50% like going into the books and
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But that gave me a big understanding of like, why do you communicate stuff and how do you do it and how do you, I don't know, why do you use the color yellow?
Yeah.
Not only because you think it looks good, but it
It
stands for
serves a
something. And blah,
purpose.
blah.
Yeah. Why is the stop button red? You know,
Yeah.
like
Did you
that
get a lot of
stuff, yeah.
software knowledge as well?
No. We did like one course in Illustrator, one in
Oh,
Photoshop, but it was just the basic
The
because
basics. This is
most
how you open it. Double click.
exactly. I have never worked with Illustrator when I started the university and just learning how to do those curves and like I was like I hate this.
Yeah.
I like pixels.
Same.
I'm a Photoshop, but now I switched.
Traitor! Get out of here.
Respect, dog.
Actually, I use a pen and paper.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's the real shit.
That's why you're allowed in.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I do miss Illustrator sometimes because just like how polished and clean everything is when
Yeah.
you're done. And it's so satisfying to see that perfect curve. You know, you can do similar things in Procreate and stuff now when you
But
you
it's
did it.
not that perfect.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like just zooming in and not having like pixels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It
It's
doesn't
just, like,
blur.
sharp.
It's just like
Yeah.
constantly perfect.
But it's super annoying in Illustrator if it doesn't align.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to align everything. Needs
Yeah.
to like touch, like close. Every shape needs
Or
to be
if you have
perfect.
too many, what is called anchor points.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, I could remove this one; it would stay the same, right? Remove? No, nope.
I have a plugin for that. So I
Oh.
just hold in command or Apple command. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And then you just do this and it removes all the ones that aren't in use. Like that don't need to be there to retain the shape.
Oh, and then they recalculate, or
No,
No?
yeah, exactly. No, it just, it calculates when you hold it down and use that tool. It says like these points aren't needed for
Nice.
this shape.
That's amazing.
So that's really
That's
nice.
the best fucking thing.
It's called
I've ever
vector
heard.
because
scribe.
when you
Cool.
nice, because when you use like I don't know, they remove the Adobe Draw from the iPad now, but when you use that one and then translate it into the computer and Illustrator, it was like 10,000 anchor points.
Yep.
Jesus.
It just draws
The
out
file was
every
so
single-
big.
yeah.
Like, okay, that's good
It's
to
a
know.
terrible way of kind of translating Illustrator
Yeah.
files. Yeah.
Good.
All right. So let's just move on chronologically, I guess.
Nice.
School,
Mm-hmm.
cups, markers. How do you go from art director to I just want to start my own business and do this? Like what's the time gap and what happened during that gap before
Kids.
you
Kids.
Kids happen as often for moms.
Yeah.
Or for every mom, kids
Yeah.
happen. But yeah.
It just makes sense. So profound.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know the English word for it, but like when you starta, you
Head Start?
yeah,
Kickstart?
no,
Kickstart,
like
Sneak, yeah.
sneak started.
Sneak, yeah, that's good.
Having my own business while being an art director.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, in my spare time, maybe I should set up a web shop, doing nights and stuff like that. So I had already started my web shop and got a few customers. And then I got pregnant, had a kid, and stayed at home for...
Uploaded it to the shop.
Exactly.
That's how it got started.
So I have sold so many kids now.
So many kids since.
No.
With prints on them.
Drawn on with markers.
I must say I'm against baby selling.
That's good.
You heard it here first.
But yeah, I didn't go back to being an art director.
Also, okay, so you...
Actually, I had this product. I draw this illustration that is named in Sweden. In Sweden we call it a fika, and somehow it just took off. It got really, really popular. And
Yeah, but I saw that in Australia. Like,
Really?
It was in a coffee shop in Australia.
those bastards.
Yes. No, but
So
somebody
not a-
must have brought
Yeah,
it from Sweden.
I know,
and
it's
they
insane.
loved it.
I sold so many of them. And when you realize a print or a motif is popular, you just go with the flow and just print it on everything
Yeah.
possible.
Of course.
But then I took it to this Swedish design shop and asked them if they wanted to be reseller, and they wanted to be that. And then it sold really, really well. So they started having other of my products and just went from there. So
That's
that was
pretty
really
cool, though.
nice.
How is
Yeah.
that going today? Like that same design? Because I'm assuming it's still selling.
Yeah, it still sells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many years now?
I drew it in 2013, and
That's-
Oh,
it
damn.
started to sell
Crazy! That's so
in
cool.
2014. Yeah, so it's been out there for 8 years.
Congrats!
insane.
Like that
It's
is
nice.
like it's so.
And
cool.
where can people get it if they want it?
In my shop,
There you go. And that is?
Bahkadisch.com.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can find it in the episode description. I will link the website.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
the Instagram and all the rest that
Yeah.
we might mention.
Yeah, and if you want to buy a baby,
Yeah, that's buyababy.com now,
exactly.
I think. I'll link it in the description of the episode.
I had to break myself there. I was just like,
Oh,
Stop.
your brain just
Oh,
like,
I was so
I have
close.
things to know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that's always a good like sign of like growing as a human, you know, like not saying it out loud first, then like, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Nice.
No, I do have that gift
But
where my
it's-
mouth just says everything.
Yes,
And
yes.
then
you-
I start
yes.
thinking. Maybe a little too often. But
But that is really cool.
yeah. Like just a testament to the genius of that design and quote, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's so
But this
Fun.
was also like in the beginning of this fika history.
Yeah.
Like not history, history. Like, you know, when people are crazy about something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hysteria.
Hysteria.
yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you. So I don't know if you people living in Sweden, you have heard about fika, but it's really a big
It's
thing.
it's not the same thing if you're German, and it's not what you think Germans, because fika is something entirely different there.
Yes.
Oh no, it's Italy
No,
Yeah,
it's in
it's-
Germany as well.
Yeah.
as
in-
well.
Yeah, in
No one
Germany,
told me.
it's a different thing,
Yeah.
and in Italy it's a different thing.
What is it in
Kind of-
Germany?
Kind of linked. Fika is
Yes.
the opposite of your name, I guess.
But that's the thing in Italy.
Oh, is it?
No,
okay,
yeah,
then
that's Italy, yeah.
okay,
Fika
then
means-
German
I
is
think it's
yeah, fuck.
Oh.
yeah,
Hmm.
something like that. We're not very good at.
I do sell a lot in
In Germany.
Yeah.
They were like, fika.
And it's
Like,
funny
yeah,
because
what is
whenever
it?
there's a sale in Germany, it's
Yeah.
called a price knuller.
Oh,
So-
there you go. My
so it
favorite
just-
kind of sale.
Nice.
Straight circle. For every Swedish person listening, you know what I mean.
You learn something new every day.
Yep,
But-
did not know that.
So have you had any other of your designs blow up as big as that, or like sell in that big of a scale as
No.
the Fika one?
No, not
And how does like, I don't know, maybe this is like hurtful, but like how does that feel? Do you feel, are you super duper sick of that design now, or are you still very humble and like happy about it? Like, I'm really painting you into like a corner here. Sorry.
yes, I'm a one-hit wonder.
But you are not, because I mean you're still selling stuff.
No, but
so-
yeah,
and you still get to
I'm
create.
I'm really fond of that print because it was a big thing for me, and it has the bearded guy on it, and I also made a lot of other bearded guy stuff. So the bearded guy has been like a key for me to do other things.
Yeah.
And I have a few other prints or motifs or whatever that sells well in my own shop, but not like worldwide maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I
But-
feel like you could do so much with that beard thing, like beard bros, and then you would just, and then beard
Yeah.
bros would actually buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as
Yeah.
we talked about pre-pod, what about the beard? Is it going
Yeah.
to be out of fashion or?
No, I think
I'm
now
never
it's-
shaving, so not for me.
I think it's more just adding the beard onto the ladies now. That's probably
Yeah.
the next evolution of it. Like, just
Oh, no,
make
that's a-
everybody hairy.
But
Equality.
equality.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking like bearded ladies was a thing, back in the
Yeah, back
like the
carnival.
like
stuff.
carnival
A freak
show.
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just bring that back.
Bring back the freak show.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
Oh,
That's
there you go.
what I
That's
meant.
the new thing. In
But people
Sweden,
that
we
look
call it a
different
freak
in a
show.
cage. That's what we're trying to get.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Good idea. I will think about it.
Yeah.
There you go. Remember to present
Bahkadisch
Yeah,
freak
yeah.
show
Yeah.
edition.
Yes.
Exactly.
In Sweden, we call it a freak show.
Fika.
That's wrong.
Yes, it is. But I was thinking as well, like being an being an independent artist comes with its stress, like you because you don't have like you have clients every now and then.
Yeah.
But then there are the times in between,
Yeah.
So like good pay could be spread out over 4 months, and
Yeah.
then it's not as much of like that boon. You're like, oh my god, they're going to pay me this much, and then you have to make it last till your next. Like, how are you dealing with that stress? Do you have a lot of that as well?
Yeah, I have that stress, but I try to think of it as a way for me to, when I don't have a paying client, it's a way for me to do something for my own business. Like, okay, so this week is totally clear from clients. I better take this time to come up with something new for myself and try a new technique, try new materials, or try something else. And it really gets your work going, because you never know when a new paying client comes in and grabs your attention from.
Can I ask something about that? Because you have your own studio.
Yeah.
It's not close to your home. It's close, but
Yeah.
it's not that close.
Like a proper studio.
You have to go there.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like when you don't have client work, do you take the time to go there, like often?
Yes, it's my favorite place on earth.
Earth.
I want to be there every. I love my kids and my family.
You don't have to say
Just
it. We
a-
totally get that.
They're not
Just
gonna
so
listen
it's
to this.
said. But yes, I love to be there. I would like to be there all of the time. So
No, but that's good. That's
yeah, I have all my stuff there. It's like a candy shop for creators. It's
Yeah,
just
your own
pens
little
and papers everywhere.
Playhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm jealous. I would
you
love
can come
that.
sit there,
Maybe
rent a
maybe I
space.
will.
stick a needle into someone.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Are you tattooing me? Nope. This is just plain stabbing.
Why does it hurt?
Oh,
Yeah.
horrible. So what does the future look like then? Have you actually before that, I wanted to ask how, if at all, COVID has affected you as a private business, like studio wise and all of this. Have you noticed any big drops, or maybe even the opposite? Like, have you gotten more jobs from during this period?
COVID has been hurtful for my business. As I said, this big design shop
Yeah.
in Sweden, they had a shop at the airport, Arlanda,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which was my number one reseller
Of
of all
course.
Damn,
times.
that's
'Cause
why it's in
every
Australia.
a lot of
course.
tourists wanted
Yeah.
to buy something as they
Swedish,
went
yeah.
home, and they're like, this tray is easy to just put in their little bag, and it's easy to carry. So I sold a lot of fika stuff.
Yeah.
And with COVID, they shut it down completely, that shop.
Oh,
So
man.
that was a big drop in my income.
Horrible.
And they also closed some other shops as well. And people didn't go out. I mean,
no one went out. Yeah.
so no one went into a regular shop and bought stuff.
Yeah.
No one was, because my products are really like going away gifts.
Mm.
You buy it for something, for someone else, because this bearded guy looks like my father, or this looks like my cousin,
And it just makes for a perfect gift.
yeah,
it does.
exactly. And when people didn't go anywhere or didn't visit someone, or so that was a big drop. But at the same time, I was like panicking and feeling like I have to do something new. I have to get people to come to my online shop. So I started this thing on Instagram called What to Draw, because I've tried that just for fun, sending live. And I just wrote on a piece of paper on my desk, like what to draw. So people joining could just type something that I should draw. And also I like, this could be something. So I just set up this little questionnaire
Yeah,
in
it's a little-
stories,
yeah.
like, and just asking people every Wednesday, I'm gonna be here all day drawing your requests. So I just put that little sticker on and said what to draw, and people started requesting. So I think I'd made like 20 drawings per day, and I sold them. At the end of the day, I was like, yeah, this is going to be for sale as an original drawing at 9 o'clock in the evening. And I sold out like every Wednesday. So
Wow.
that
That's
was
awesome.
that was a big boom for my
That is
really
cool.
online shop.
That's great.
Yeah, and people threw in something else as well. They were like, I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to grab 5 postcards and maybe a tray. And so that
That's
was
really good.
So you sold
Yeah.
them through your web shop then, I
Yes.
guess. That's
Yeah, they
so
had to go there.
smart.
Yeah,
and you
so
have a
that was good.
Shopify, right?
Yeah.
Or like a website, all
Yes.
in all. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
That's
good.
really cool. I've looked into it, but that's basically where I got.
Mhm.
It's like, this is
Too much work.
too much work.
Yeah.
I had to come
need
up
to
with
do
a
it.
name. No.
Yeah.
Now I have my name, iliaspathleys.com.
You lost me at web shop.
Yeah, no, I need to do that because you guys inspired me. You were talking about your printers in our little chat
Yeah.
group with other illustrators, and that's when I bought the fucking printer that stood, in a box for 5 months. But it's up now,
Yeah.
and I'm really, really excited to print stuff because it's really fucking good.
It looked really good.
It is.
Yeah, and when you have your own printer, it's sort of a
It's
print
so
on
cool.
demand service. You don't have
Yes.
to buy a lot of stock. You just print it when someone wants it.
But you are insane. You have a fucking custom bike with all your logo stuff on it, and you fucking put all your packages in there and go to
Yeah.
the post office.
Yeah.
Insane.
You print your own mugs. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do your own printing on
All
stuff.
that
Yeah.
stuff is
It's
insane.
crazy.
Because every time you let someone else do it, you lose a bit of the profit.
Of course
Yeah,
so I was
dude.
like, I have time for this.
Like it sounds like a negative when I say it that way, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not. I'm just
Yeah,
super
it's-
impressed. It's
Yeah.
like I wish I had that energy, drive, and fame and glory, I guess. But no, no,
and
being,
glory.
Looks, yeah,
being that
everything.
awesome and good looks and the eyelashes, of course, and all of that stuff.
Thick, full
Yeah,
eyelashes.
big D word.
It's not
And-
fake.
Yeah,
But you
that-
know, when I was a kid, I would just stay in my room pretending to have a shop or a
Nice.
post office. This was when
Really?
this was
This
what
is
I
your dream. This is what you worked for.
Yeah, I
Oh,
set up a post office in my room just so I can draw little stamps and
Very cool.
make envelopes and
now you need to draw a stamp.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
actually a bit worried. Like,
That
is
need-
your
that's the next
studio cow print on the walls? Like, is it all like
Oh,
just
man,
cows?
yeah.
Just like the wallpaper is just cow.
I moved on.
Oh,
sorry.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
You're never coming back to this show.
Mommy jokes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a
It
thing.
is a thing.
Yeah.
Well, goodbye.
Hi, everyone.
I was just gonna say moo. Yeah.
But just to nerd out.
Yeah.
For your prints, like the stuff that you actually print on products.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking tools are there to do any of that?
And I don't know. I've done this. I set up my shop in 2013. I have had it for almost 10 years, which
Yeah.
is insane. And I recently started doing mugs.
Oh, so that's a recent thing.
Yeah, like on my own with my own little mug printing machine.
What the fuck is a mug printing machine? Like, that's the thing.
It
Like,
looks
is there
amazing.
a fucking machine?
It looks so much fun.
No, you
like,
have to have your own printer with the
Yeah.
special ink
sticker
in it.
ink. Yeah.
And then you have to cut it and put it around the mug, and then you have to. It's like a heat transfer
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Du-du-du. And it took me so many years to just find out. Oh, there's this way of doing stuff. So I mean, I couldn't possibly have known all this
Yeah.
like 8 or 9 years ago, but you learn along the way. I'm like, okay, so I sell a lot of mugs. Someone else is printing them for me. How can I make better profit? Well,
Yeah.
maybe I could look into making them myself because I have the time. I don't have the money.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I have
To
to turn
spend,
my
yeah.
time into money to make it work. Like,
Yeah, but
So-
that's like, because I'm lacking the business head. I'm too much of a creative and just want to draw stuff. So whenever I start thinking about the whole process and numbers, and I get stressed. I don't want to do it, and I hate my life. So for me, doing like a T-Public thing, where just you upload your design and then they take all of the
All the
profit, and I
profit.
get like $1
So,
for
so
a
you
T-shirt.
mean like the Sketchbook Hero shop
Yeah,
that we don't use? Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yes.
But it's a good way to start because when
Yeah.
you do that, you realize, oh, this motif is popular.
Yeah.
So this is what I need to focus on. Maybe you have 5 prints that you feel like, oh, these are awesome, and you realize, no, people are just buying this
The
one.
Yeah.
And then you can focus on that one. Like, okay, I can take this one into production for myself. It's like you can always start somewhere,
See?
making minimum effort, and then realize what's working. What do people want? And then you put your time and effort into making
That
that thing
one
work. I was like, oh, so mugs is popular.
Yeah. Out of all the
Because I
things.
don't make T-shirts.
Yeah.
Because I know you have to struggle with the size. People need to know the
Yeah.
right size. You get a lot of T-shirts sent back because they ordered the wrong size. It's no. Let's outsource that thing. I don't do the T-shirts. I do the mugs because it's one size
But
fits all.
how long does it take to make a mug? Like, let's say you have this idea or you have your print ready. How long does it take to produce one mug?
Haven't you seen her stories?
The stories are lies. They're really fast. You're just like, mug, blah, bloop,
Yeah.
mug.
That's how it does. How it works. No, it it depends. I open Photoshop. Maybe someone wants their name on it. It's for free because I print
You're
them.
nice, you're
Yeah,
kind.
nice. I put your name on it. I print it. Takes like 1 minute for the print to come out. I cut it, put it around the mug, and that's another minute. I need to warm up the mug heat transferring magical machine.
Yeah. The
And-
mug toaster.
Yeah,
that I'm
exactly.
going to call it.
Magic mug machine. Yeah.
That one heats up while I'm printing the
Of
paper.
course, yeah.
Yeah, because I also
It's like a
really
latte machine.
like to figure out how to do things the fastest way possible.
Optimize your time.
Like exactly. And when the mug is in the heater, I can fold the little box and I can put the sticker on it. So it's it's a little Santa's workshop. But I don't know. It takes overall like 4 minutes for one mug.
Then that's cool.
Yeah.
And if I do several at the same time, it goes faster because
Faster,
it's
How
No
many
heating.
can you print at one go? Is it 6 mugs? or how many
It's 1 mug per.
per heat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I
the
thought it was
cutting
more.
out, like the thing that you the thing that you print out,
Yeah.
like is that already like basically done for the mug, so you don't have to like size it or cut it or anything?
You could buy those papers that are already pre-cut, but I do it on a regular size A4 because I also do like coasters and I want
Okay. So you
then I
print a
can-
lot of stuff and then
yeah.
you cut them out manually by hand.
like a little, I don't know what,
Okay,
guillotine.
yeah. You have a paper cutter.
Yeah.
A circumciser.
I don't know. Yeah. A paper circumciser. Very good, Robert. That's where we ended up. Do we have the mug
L'chaim.
toaster, the
paper
paper circumciser?
Yeah.
Like people are like, what am I supposed to Google?
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. You're all welcome for these clear descriptions. But it's really cool. Like
Yeah.
it's really nice that you actually took the time to figure these things out
For us.
and not use Society 6, of course. Like Karin has written a very nice tutorial on all this when this episode drops, right?
Exactly. Giving all my
The
So to
secrets.
circumcise the paper, you need a.
exactly.
And that takes 4 minutes.
It takes 4 minutes. If it takes longer, you suck. You're a terrible person.
Yeah.
Yes, do that while we're. Let's not do quiet. Let's just.
At least it's not quite.
You could hear Robert's cogs spinning.
Yes. Did you say cock or cog?
Cogs. I said cogs. I said cogs. Karin is the big D.
Like, it's not spinning, man.
Oh my god.
It's like the helicopter.
Exactly.
Robert's doing the helicopter, yes.
I've been locked in my house for a week.
So now you're flaunting.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell my parents to
To listen?
to this one. I don't think so.
No.
Why?
No, I don't know.
Why were
I'm
they
just
calling
kidding,
you the
of
big
course.
D?
Yeah. I didn't trash talk my dad as you did.
No,
Oh,
you didn't.
No, but his
Not
dad
yet.
doesn't listen. Like when
Oh.
our parents
We'll get
listen to
there.
this,
We will get there.
when my parents learn English and listen to this. No.
Like, yeah, everybody keeps asking us why
Yeah.
we talk in English.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's the reason.
Yeah. Just so we
But dude,
eliminate all of our
I
relatives.
asked when I worked at King, I asked them, like, is it cool? Like, we see a lot of fucked up shit. And the PR manager at the time, she was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. That's it. You got to, like, ruffle some feathers to, you know, grow as a podcast. But then, like, the first thing, like, welcome. This, like, podcast is sponsored by King and cocaine, you know. And we just said that. And I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take for them to fire us.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly.
like,
Connecting King with cocaine. There
cocaine.
you
That
go.
was, like, the
Yeah.
first thing. First episode out. You're like...
Thank you, King, for all this cocaine. And
Yeah,
all the,
exactly.
Yeah, like,
And
Did-
when all else fails, cocaine.
Did they say anything about it?
No, I don't think
they
anyone
didn't
listened.
listen.
Yeah. They even shouted us out at some point.
yeah, they
in
did,
the-
which was insane.
King's PR manager took over this, like, I don't know, Meetup Tech Stockholm, some fucking Twitter account. And they were like, you should also listen to this podcast that is produced by someone at King, basically us. And it was just like, blah, 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 cocaine. that episode, you're like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was
Well,
like, I'm gonna-
did the cocaine community do
yeah,
a
they
shout
were
out?
really
Yeah.
appreciative.
I mean, that's the numbers that we lost when we had the break. They all died.
Oh no.
Yeah,
And that's why we don't
cocaine's a
have
hell of a drug.
Exactly. Can you do cocaine in smaller doses so we don't lose you that fast?
Exactly. Yeah,
But yeah.
gotta always.
What else do we have? Because you have a really nice shop, and your stuff is like the stuff that you produce is it's so well done. Like it looks so nice. Like all the photos that you take of your products, they look so like colorful and vibrant. You know, they look so much better than some
Yeah,
of the stuff that's on the like
My stuff.
IKEA or
Oh.
Yeah.
like these different places that sell mugs, trays, whatever. Like but you have something different as well. Like it's playful, it's colorful. Like the tray that you have, I think, is it leaves on it? Like what was that? Like you had a really colorful green tray.
Oh yeah. It's just made up flowers.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
so good. Like
Nice.
I love that, and I'm gonna order one because I haven't done that. But I
Right.
was actually gonna do it then. No. Actually, I was no. But that tray looks so nice, and it's gonna be really nice to have in the I took a picture of the
Garage,
backyard. Yeah, in the garage. Yeah. No, but in the lounge area, in the back, like when you bring out cookies and stuff, having that would be
Oh, I thought he was gonna say cocaine.
cocaine. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, but it's cocaine for me. My kids can't have that yet.
Yeah.
I will teach them later.
Yeah.
No, but it's
The Easter
it's
egg.
such a nice tray,
Yeah.
and it's
Thank
only
you.
to do like back engineer it and make it like like the Chinese do. They take something and then they figure out how it's done and then they do it for cheap. That's what I'm going to do with your tray. I was like, oh, this is a nice piece of work, and they're like, okay, it's this, that. I need a toaster.
Stealing this,
I need
stealing that.
yeah, exactly. I need a tray toaster. I need a bzz, bzz, bzz machine, a circumciser, and
Actually, I need to ask you. I have one. This is. I hope this customer doesn't listen to this, but it's in Tokyo, and this customer ordered like this month, like one of everything in my shop. Is that? That's worrying, right?
How many things do you have?
I have a lot of stuff. It was a big,
But
big
do you have
order.
more than 50 things?
Yeah, okay, but maybe I over
Because I'm thinking
exaggerated a bit.
maybe they want a set.
No, maybe they want to copy it
Or
and
maybe they
sell
wanna
it
copy it.
over. Yeah, I'm a bit worried, but yeah.
But they're
I'm
paying
sure.
for it.
Yeah, it was a really, really, really big order.
Yeah.
But I mean, because why would they order the stuff to copy it when...
Back in engineering, man. Like, just...
Yeah. But I mean, they could already do that just from, like, images
Yeah,
online.
yeah, of course.
They wouldn't have to.
Yeah, but
So that is kind of going over and beyond.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice compliment,
yeah,
I guess.
I'm gonna go with it's a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or they might just need it, like maybe they're opening a shop and they like love that aesthetic of your stuff to have as decorations in this clothing store.
Yeah.
Maybe have it on walls and stuff. Like it just fits with
I'm
the
just
theme.
like a T-shirt on the tray. Just like,
Yeah, or
It's a
they've
different
opened a sushi shop and it's perfect, or a cafe, or it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be.
Oh, it fits. Bakasush. They like a sushi. Yeah, bakasush.
Really
Baka
nice.
means idiot in
Yeah.
Japanese,
Yeah,
and yeah,
It does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then sushi,
Oh my god.
And dish means you in German.
and that's it.
Yeah, there you go. So,
Idiot, you.
Mine-
A German-Japanese combo.
My mind is blown. It's
You
like
didn't know it?
no, I did not know that.
Bakamono means monster, and baka means idiot.
Yeah.
So,
And
Baka.
then baka, and then a dish.
yeah,
It's
dish.
like-
I don't know what. Like, maybe something.
There's like stupid tray.
Stupid tray. We have stupid tray from Sweden. Like, what the fuck? Dumb Swede.
Yeah, what is dish in Japanese?
don't
Maybe
know.
that's something.
Just a dish, maybe.
Yeah.
It's when they drop something in Japanese. Dish.
Yeah, like a very
Mic drop in Japanese. Dish.
like a
Yeah.
very beautiful 50s type lady. It's like she's such a dish,
yeah. Oh, that's
so
English,
yeah.
so doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. Actually, that's how I came up with the name at the first place. It's a sound effect.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh, okay. So when you, drop,
figured it out.
you drop something.
Yeah.
Bahkadisch.
But it's a good name, though.
It is. Like
is a
it's
really
just
good name.
it's so easy to remember.
And something you said as well. You want to say it a couple of times.
Yeah,
Once
you do.
you've said it. Yeah.
Bahkadisch, Bahkadisch.
You want to try it out.
Yeah, but people can't spell it, so I don't know how good it is.
You should have just spelled it dumber.
Yeah, I know.
But then I can go back to the first question that I had, and then I interrupted myself. and
Yeah.
asked you
Have
another
you done
question.
cocaine?
Yeah. And how was it?
And how was it?
Which
and will
dish
your
did you
parents
use?
appreciate that?
I'm
No.
against all drugs. Yes.
But not cocaine. Let's be clear.
The future. Like
Yes.
what do you have anything planned? Do you have anything fun coming up that you can talk about, or are you just gonna go with the flow and like
Flow.
what is the future?
You're looking
for-
at me and you're just she's gonna go with the flow, and that's the correct answer. I
There you go.
never plan anything in my life. I just go with the flow, with everything. I don't know.
I think
how-
it's the best way to live your life, to be honest. I wish I could be a little bit more like that.
You
So-
are like that.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
is-
I mean,
also
as
true.
long as you're comfortable with the situation as it is,
Hmm.
you don't want. I don't feel the need to change anything. Of course, I could have dreams and hopes, but it's not something that I'm working against.
No.
So
So just going with the flow.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's the dream, and
Yeah.
you are then living it. So congrats.
Thank you.
No, but sometimes you need to take a step back and really look over what you have. And I don't know, for you, it's, it's everyday life and you're doing this. But you should be extremely proud of yourself for what you have accomplished, the career that you have, and I assume will have for the rest of your life.
I hope
Like
so.
it's really impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits like with the lifestyle of having small kids as well, being your own business, being able to choose your own work hours. I wouldn't want to get into something to like lock up my time at the moment or in the following, let's say, 5 years before my kids can take care of themselves. Sort of.
Yeah, but I guess that's a good strategy as well, like to go with the flow for now and then take on bigger stuff when you can.
Yeah. Do you have any dreams? What would be your dream scenario of your work life?
For now, really, the only dream I have is to have a kid come out safe. That's the only thing that matters.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, but like I said, a week in my own head.
And he noticed that everyone comes out from somewhere.
From somewhere.
Someone or somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
Let
knows
me tell
it.
you where that. No. Let me go into detail.
No, I did have like this big panic where I just realized that, wifey is going to be at home with the kids for a while, and she's also her own business. That money's not going to be a lot coming in. So that means I'll probably have to work a little bit more or make more money for, in some way. So that made me go, okay, is tattooing something that I can see myself actually sustaining the family with? Maybe not. Maybe I need a more stable income. So I started looking for like just a normal warehouse gig or something to give me a little bit of a safe space to just get me rent and maybe a little bit of money for food always.
Yeah.
And then have tattooing as a hobby as the extra income and do that not as a full-time gig, but just because I love it. And that felt really nice when I realized that, like that idea came. But then the more I thought about it, the worse it got and just went straight circle again. Back to like, no, I'm not going to apply for any fucking warehouse job. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm just going to keep doing my thing.
Let the kids starve.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
But I definitely need to strategize more. And this morning I more or less told myself that I'm going to stop working Saturdays now.
Cool.
So the last booked Saturday I have is probably going to be the last Saturday. So that means I'm going to have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off.
Nice.
Which feels fantastic. So at least I'll have like weekends with the family and like just trying to settle into family mode, I guess.
So Robert 2.0, I will be getting like an Indian Robert on Mondays then.
Yes.
Is that a thing in the tattooing community, like being off on Mondays, like in the restaurant business?
Yeah, how did that come about, really? Was it because of the show?
It was because of show and Saturdays. Because I realized that because before I didn't have any days off. I worked 7 days a week.
Yes, you
all
did.
weeks.
You always came, like, depending on when your last client and how long that took, you came whenever you
Exactly.
You,
it was so, and that was so stressful because obviously I didn't want to podcast until 11 every Monday like we did.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
Like it was so late. But it was after Australia actually when I realized that I need 2 days off. I need a weekend. But I also really wanted to keep the Saturdays because that's when everybody can come in.
Yeah.
But now I realize that actually the Saturdays aren't going as well as they normally do. And people are booking in every day of the week just as frequently as the Saturdays.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, if somebody wants to get a tattoo from me, then, then they can maybe do a little bit of an effort like going to the dentist.
Yeah.
You wouldn't book that on a Saturday. you would leave work to do that.
Yeah, they can tell their boss they're going to
Exactly.
to go get a tattoo.
Yeah. And some people actually do. They ask their boss like, I need some time off for a tattoo, and the boss is like, awesome. And some people say, I'm going to the dentist.
As long as you're getting the company logo, you're cool.
Yeah. But it's always fun because sometimes they're like, oh, could you not post that image for like until something or after the weekend, because I don't want them to know that I like took time off for this. I guess just realizing that there's more to life than just work, and doing it because I love it, not just to make money, is where I want to be. Then we'll see how that goes and how much I'm going to be working. I guess I'm going to be back at 7 days a week soon. So it's easy for me to say this now. But sorry for the long-ass answer to that simple question.
No, that's good. It's always hard to imagine how life is going to be with a kid as well. You never know.
That's the thing.
You have to work around
I
it.
tend to overthink everything always. And I need to go into extreme panic and meltdown before I can come back to, that's so cool, man, loosey-goosey, So I'm waiting for the loosey-goosey to come around. But yeah. What about you, Ilias? Future?
The future?
Bigger beard?
Yes, but your beard is bigger than mine.
That's
It
not,
is.
It's not the only thing. He's weak.
Ego.
We're
talking
seen the
about
statues.
egos. But I don't know. Like, something I realized this weekend is just I want to create shit.
Yeah.
And I think that is what I want to do. I just, I think it's still the same thing. Just, be able to create basically like you are. You don't have like a 9 to 5 and then your freelance business. And I think the same thing for me. Like, that's what I want to do. And now I just realized that I really love photography as well. Like, I've been looking into buying a new camera for both recording my artwork, which is, my main passion, but also do more with the camera, not buy a camera, and then just, do the filming stuff. But I just I love tech, I love art, and just try to do something with both. So I just realized it's not photography per se, it's not art per se. I just love creating things.
Yeah.
So I want to film things. I want to, draw things. I just want to create. That's what that was my conclusion after this past week, where I have this one client that wants me to draw some stuff for them. And I just don't have the energy to take on more freelance to really fill out my schedule. And I just realized, I just want to look at camera stuff right now and
do
just
dog portraits.
Yes.
Forever and
ever. I actually got 2 requests. I sent one to you as well. The one with the dog portraits. That was just a no.
But dude, they're so good.
They were fun.
I didn't get a chance to say that because of last week. But your stuff, not all of them.
No, not
but
all of them. Some of them were just too
dogs,
stressed.
man, it's next level shit. They're so good. You made it look so simple and easy, but it's so good. You really just nailed the design.
It's cool.
Yeah, they were nice.
But just really impressive stuff, man. And the amount of time that it took you to do them was also
I had to make
crazy.
it worth it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Some of them were super frustrating, and you can see it in those portraits.
Mm-hmm.
But all in all, when you see them all, sort of, you don't think about, the stuff that I hate.
Oh.
But it needed to be there as well.
I was just gonna say, you need to have the shit to make
the good
the golden
stuff,
nuggets.
I need to go back and look at them again
to
to see if I can find the bad ones.
No, but they're not there.
I think
they're not there.
Okay.
I haven't posted all of them. I posted 2, and my Instagram doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And it's just a balance thing. Do I want to bring my numbers down more than I have? Not really.
Oh.
So I'll create stuff, but I won't post everything to Instagram. I'll post it in stories and then, just let it go.
I really hate that this is a thing that you have to think about what to post.
It is terrible.
Is also something that I've realized during this week.
Yeah.
That I'm going to step away from the Rob Ekblom Instagram account more.
And just go for the tattoo one?
Because, if you've been in and looked at my stuff lately, the latest thing that I created for Instagram or posted that I actually created was half a year ago.
I know.
I haven't had...
October 2021 or something.
Yeah. thank you for memorizing that.
That's
Yeah,
odd.
that's
Stalker.
So you're the one that keeps opening my mailbox and peeking in. Hello, Robert. Yeah.
I was deep liking.
Yeah. like
First photo. Oh no,
Big D.
it's a deep liking.
Yeah, going back like 2009. Like,
but I've just really lost the drive to create art, and I've spoken a bit about it here, but I've become more into writing and really want to create, just
Story.
write something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my main focus now is trying to finish one book, and I want to do that this year, and we'll see how that goes. And then focus on getting that published next year. So I have that as my goals, I guess.
What kind of books are we talking about?
Very different types of books. I have 3 different stories that I'm working on.
yep, it's all porn.
It's all,
I was no.
Well, you wouldn't call it porn because
No,
you're
but I
not
mean-
watching it.
It's audible.
You're
porn.
living it.
You're living it.
It's in braille. You have to
Yeah,
feel it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
We call it erotica in the writing world. No.
But is that it?
No.
No,
No,
I'm
that
trying
was
to.
a joke.
No.
That
Yeah,
was
okay.
a joke.
So one
Whoosh,
story
I know
is
my head.
like extremely geeky sci-fi. I say like the Highlander meets the Predator kind of story. Very
2
sci-fi.
movies
You've really loved,
love.
I guess.
I made it so far into this pod, not revealing my non-nerdiness.
But you're a big,
But you were a
big geek
different
anyways.
kind of
yeah,
nerd.
You're still a nerd.
You're
Thank
making
you.
fucking mugs.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
And trays. Who the fuck makes? I don't know anyone else that makes mugs and trays and other shit.
Next level nerdiness.
Next level nerd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But okay, that I will read it when.
Oh, you mean like I've read books from people I know?
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
only thing I've read is his stuff.
Yeah.
I even bought books from people that I have, talked to in real life. Some of them I met at Comic-Con. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll buy your book.
Yeah, same.
Still working on it.
I even received them for free, signed, and like, this is awesome. I'm
Yeah.
really going to read this.
Yes.
Never.
I don't even know where I
So
put
sad.
the books now. Like the other day, I was like, yeah, I should probably pick up those books. And I'm like, I have no idea where I put them. Like,
No.
I can't even, I don't know.
Yeah.
My wife has probably just cleared them.
And I don't want to be that guy, I want to be the one that gets people to read.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we'll see how it goes and which one I focus on. And it's all a big mess at this point, but I have really decided to go ahead with that. So in a way, it's very relaxing in a way to just, it's okay to let go of the art stuff. Because it has been a big stress in my life not painting, and I've tried forcing myself to paint again, and that just doesn't work, and waiting for the moment doesn't work. There is no moment, and it just keeps going, and it's just the stress of specifically Instagram in the back of your head all the time, don't forget us, you're gonna lose, everybody's gonna hate you now because you're not posting anything, you're worthless.
We're not gonna show your stuff for anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. All
So
that stuff.
yeah, and then I don't know, again the whole straight circle, you just go back to, well, what's the whole point of this? I started drawing because I love drawing, not to get likes, I was drawing many years before Instagram, so what's different now and then? Trying to get back to that mindset, and that's why writing is perfect, because of course I could probably find a way to publish snippets on Instagram to get likes or whatever, but no, it doesn't make sense.
No.
So writing
not
is just
the
for
same.
me, and it's
Yeah.
in my head, well, now in his as
In
well,
mine.
because I shared it, but it's just for me, it's my world that I'm creating, and I'm the only one that can see it in my way, and then it's my job now to try and make everybody else see it my way, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's just such a weird and interesting new format that I haven't ever really dove into. So it's really fun and interesting, and it's new. So, and of course it's going to be interesting to see how the book's going to change after the little one comes out and my life view.
It's all just bunnies.
No,
Exactly.
he's gonna be one of those that has a kid and starts to write children's books.
Yep.
Well.
Because you realize there are so many kids' books
Yeah.
out there
Oh, yeah.
that
That
is
are-
rubbish. and you're like, oh, I could do this better, and then you realize like, nah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, I already have a
Little
children's book
Tommy
out
was
there.
out jogging
Oh,
when the
sorry,
predator killed
sorry.
him.
But
Tommy's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Da-da-da.
It's definitely going to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his kind of literature.
Yeah, it's violent. It's really
It's
gory.
violent.
But kids have to learn.
Timmy was pulled down
sure.
the sewers by this evil clown.
Yeah.
He's dead. The end.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that movie way too early.
Yeah, same. I couldn't go to the bathroom. Like I could like.
You
just-
haven't been to the bathroom
Since
No,
I
that's
saw
insane.
it.
That's like everybody thinks it's muscles. It's only
It's only just like packed up anxiety and piss.
It goes into your arms.
Yeah. I'm lucky in that way that my constipation looks like muscle.
Like the COVID shot that you got.
Oh
You're like,
yeah. When you feel the tennis ball in your arm.
amazing.
But I what I'm hearing though is that we all just want to create for the sake of creating, like not having
We're all old.
that's exactly
Yeah.
the word that
Fantastic.
you can use to describe it. But I think we've all come to a place where creation is more important than
Yeah.
validation, I guess, from others. Like it's nice when people like your stuff, but
it's
it's
not
also
necessary anymore.
But it's not
Yeah.
necessary. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually very profound, and we get grown-up points.
Can you
I
cut
think.
this out?
No. No,
It
this
sounds
is-
it's
this
too
is-
profound. Let's cut it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. This is way too good. Like,
You
What
just
is
hear
this?
like big D instead. It's just like
But I also feel like there's a struggle because I need to get my things out there.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because
of course.
I need people to buy it. I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
people to see it. I need people to share it. I need people. So it's a big. That's also a struggle.
a lot of needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dum, dum.
But yeah, I mean, so now we have a mission. You need to come back at some point, and we need to do a little check-in to see how much the needs are still the needs and stuff in the future.
Yeah, it's always fun to see
Yeah,
sort of how
just
things
like-
develop over time. What the hell happened, and
Are you still
Okay.
going to go with the flow? Or
Exactly.
like, you know?
Now.
Or your
no,
corporate
Now I
shell.
need to develop. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to come back.
So yes.
Tell you about it.
So now you have to, and throw darts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
these guys made me throw darts before we started the show, and I need to hit the bullseye before I could start.
Mm-hmm.
It took me forever. I did it, but the arrow is
Dart.
the dart is that the name of the
yeah,
pointy little thing.
yeah, the dot.
The dot. I'm an expert, as you can see. I it made it into the bullseye, but it didn't stay there.
It
Actually,
didn't stay there
twice.
twice.
I did.
It fell
Yeah.
out twice. Yeah, in the
One,
beginning,
it bounced. Bonk.
the first
Yeah,
one
yeah,
you
yeah.
got, and then
Yeah.
in the end as well. Like you got.
I
But you
know.
did hit it twice, which is the same amount of times that I did. No, I did,
You did
three. Yeah, I did three.
So I have to come back, and
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
go hardcore dart training.
You
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
need to do
Darth
that
Vader.
because it's
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Mm-mm.
Very nice.
Oh, I said dart raider.
Oh my
sorry.
god. Yes, just get. Oh man.
How do
Moving
we
on.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Let's cut her out
Yeah,
of the
let's
show.
do this.
So it's just
Yeah.
us asking questions and then silence.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, I think we've covered everything for the topic
For
part.
this, yeah.
Yeah. So-
And yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
There you go.
On.
You have
we
laser.
moved.
Yes,
You had
we
laser.
are on tools.
We are on tools.
We
and
did
you
not
had-
inform you of this, but
No.
do you have a tool that you would recommend to, like something that you really enjoy using every day, or
or never.
that makes you happy? It can be a pen, it can be a piece of software, it can be a circumciser, whatever.
Yeah.
Like something you think someone else would have
That doesn't.
value. Yeah.
Maybe
There's so many answers that it's not okay.
you only need the one.
You only need one inappropriate one.
There can be only one.
And you said that no one else has? Like
No. It doesn't have to be unique or original. Just something you find
my
valuable.
brain. No.
Yeah, bitches. If you have this
But
shit.
down, Bahkadisch.
There you go. Shut your mouth.
Oh my God.
Fantastic. That's perfect.
I wish I could have come to this prepared with a great
Yeah.
answer.
You could back a
But
wish
as I
that all
said
you want.
in the middle of the pod or in the beginning? I don't remember because it's been so long.
Nobody knows.
That's how we work.
We've been here for years.
Actually, just a pen and paper. Whatever pen of your choice, and then a paper. And I mean, that's all you need in my...
But people think they suck.
Yeah,
How do they get past that?
exactly. It's
Just-
a blank piece of paper. How?
It's
Why would I
terrifying.
ruin it with
Exactly.
my shit?
The meaning of
yeah.
life is on that
So
white piece of
which
paper.
pen do you need?
How do you use it well?
And how
Oh my
do you?
God,
no.
this is such a big question. I started out with the mark Muji.
Yeah.
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 That-
The Muji roller pen,
Mm-hmm.
0.38.
Roller
Very
A
nice.
black one.
Is it
Like
just a normal?
Just like a
Ballpoint?
ballpoint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
ballpoint is the
Yeah.
Those little
word
spray
for
cans
it.
I bought,
Yeah.
that I bought you, that's also Muji.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you know.
I know, I
Never
know.
mind.
So that's how I started. That was all I needed because it never failed. The point was never like crooked or anything. It's just a ballpoint pen, always working.
kept rolling. What? Okay.
That's the Muji song.
Thank
Yeah.
you. But yeah, I don't use it anymore. So that's a really
It's a
bad
shitty pen.
answer.
It's a great pen to have. I don't like it.
Yeah.
When you're. Yeah.
Do you have a
Yeah.
tool to recommend? This thing that I never use.
But I did.
Yeah.
I did.
yeah.
And look where it got me.
No,
Kidding.
that's-
So, but do you have like what is your favorite tool today? Then I guess what's your go-to?
I could say like this. When I did the what to draw thing on Instagram, I had this one pen that is a brush pen, but not the long one. Not it's
A stiffer
it's-
one?
Yeah. So you can do the really fine lines, and you can just put a little bit of pressure on it
To
and make
thicken
the
it up,
broader
yeah.
ones. So it's really diverse, and you can
Mm.
fill large layers, large areas
Areas.
of black, and you can also it's like you can do anything with that.
Nice.
So that would be my pen of choice
Which,
going to an island.
Which
Do you
brand?
know what brand it is?
It's Pentel.
Pentel.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Pentel does
Yeah.
a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, their brush pen is good. That's
the brush pens are terrifying. Don't use those.
No?
Like if you no the ones with the really soft long one.
Yeah, I know.
When you just like doing details and then you press a little too hard and it's like
Yeah.
those take some time.
Yeah.
You gotta fail.
I think those
for
are
a
the
few
only
years.
ones that I have from
Yeah, same.
Pentel, and I never use them. Use them.
But there is one with a stiffer like
Yeah, the
nib
short
that's-
one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
short.
Yeah, it needs to
Brush,
be really
yeah.
short. Yeah.
Nice.
Those are really nice.
What's your recommendation?
Yeah, you had stuff. You had
No, I don't have stuff to talk about. Like I've been like this past week, I have looked at ridiculous amounts of photography stuff on YouTube while working, and I never looked like I never turn to YouTube unless I want something.
Mhm.
And I've been watching reviews, camera reviews, and I've made a list of cameras that I wanted and then excluded them and landed on a camera that I'm going to purchase. I was going to purchase it today, but it was closed because Easter or something.
It's a red day.
It's a red day, some type of
The
day.
Easter Bunny.
It's the Easter Bunny
it's
Monday.
the fucking Easter bunny.
Yeah, it's his fault.
I'm just
And
thinking mall rats.
it's very nice. It's just a guy in a suit. But I decided to, like go the photography route for a while and just like try to combine that with art. So I don't really know what I'm going to do, like turn it into a business eventually. But right now I just want to do something that I enjoy
So you're gonna draw on a camera.
on a camera. Yeah.
Nice.
Really expensive
Yeah.
art.
Expensive, yeah.
And then film yourself.
So I've been being such a nerd, and I've watched all these like videos about the camera. I wanted something that can like record video really well, like for that cinematic look. Because I talked about creating short clips that I can, make these little sort of like teasers for, like cinematic stuff, like fake movies basically, and also be able to take actual photographs in our studio. And I've just like, I don't even know, like, I think I've watched hours on hours of photography videos.
Yeah, but that's what YouTube does.
I
It's
know,
the
but
YouTube black hole.
But I only watch until I don't get what I want, and then I move on to the next one. And I've done so much research on this camera, and I'm just going to buy it.
So which
through my
one is
company.
it?
It's it's a Fujifilm X-T4, and it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
But business money. I don't have a salary in my company. I just
Give
buy
me
fun.
numbers. How much is it?
The camera?
Yeah.
I think a total of with everything that I'm going to buy for it, it's around 26,000.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's.
It is insane,
But it's
but it's
also quality. Like
it
you
is
get
quality.
What you buy.
Yes, I
Hopefully.
no, I don't like buying twice. That's
Yeah.
the thing. I don't like it. Like I'll buy the thing that I've researched, and usually I'm right. When I research stuff, I'm usually right with my purchase. And the printer as well. Like I looked at a lot of fucking options because you had the Epson, right?
Yeah.
And I read about that one.
Yeah.
I read about the one I have. I watched a million comparisons of those two printers. And then I was like, okay, well, Epson is not for me. There's too much maintenance, whereas Canon is like, hey, dum-dum, press play.
Yeah.
But the quality was, equally,
Yeah.
and sometimes better, sometimes, depending on what kind of thing it was. So, there is no perfect, I guess, product. You just, it just needs to meet your demands, and it's perfect within quotation marks. So the camera thing is the same. And I usually, most of the times I'm able to make money off of what I make with the stuff that I buy. And I don't I buy expensively every now and then I play around with it. So I'm just going to get the camera and then see what I can do with it. I'm going to record time lapses. I'm going to try to make little movies for, myself, and then if that's good enough, maybe I'll post something, but it's mostly for me. And I don't know, I just want to create stuff, and I just need something new to play around with.
Yeah, something good is gonna come out of it.
Yeah,
as
for
long as you
sure.
use
Yeah.
it. Don't buy it and put it in a
In a box
Yeah.
for 5 months,
exactly.
like said printer.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that-
also you need to tell me what paper you recommended me paper a while back for the printer.
Yeah,
I don't remember any of it.
yeah.
Just give me a holler after this
Yes.
or remind me, because I'm gonna buy the really expensive paper because that's how
It's
I do.
Epson.
It was Epson, yeah. No, but I don't mind. I don't care. I don't care about Canon. They mean nothing to me unless you sponsor me. No, but I just need to try some different papers
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So I'm going to get the really expensive ones. I'm going to
Yes.
get some medium expensive ones, some cheap ones, and see what works.
That's a good idea.
But I'm really excited to just play around with things. And also, I need to create something for Comic-Con that I can print.
what do you mean?
Yes, dude, when you talked about the upcoming
Oh yeah, the convention.
convention, I was like, oh my God, no, I don't want to do this. But it's going to be so much fun, but I don't want to do this.
Yeah, so just a heads up for people that might want to listen to the next episode. I'm gonna be so dead because first convention of
selling
the
it.
year, and I'm coming pretty much straight here from the convention. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be so tired, and it's gonna be amazing. And actually, my tool is not at all a tool, but just something that I started doing when I was at home. I started baking out of all things. I've never baked a single thing apart from myself ever.
But you've been baked a lot.
That's what I mean. And so I made like small bread. I made big loaf
Do you
of
have
bread.
an apron when you do this? 'Cause
No,
you-
I really
that
want
sucks.
one.
Yeah,
I really want.
Don't you sell aprons? No.
I should.
Yeah, you
should
At
sell
least
aprons.
one.
Hey, no, but it feels like you have the perfect designs for an apron as well. Like,
Yeah.
Like it would at least be one that I would wear because it has a beard maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What do you call those things that babies have? The drool things.
The the
you should make
napkin,
those
the-
with like your beards,
bib.
Yeah.
right?
the bib, yeah.
Mm.
Bag in box.
Habib.
Habibi? Yeah.
That's what it means.
But it was so much like
Yeah.
a lot of. I'd say meditation. In a
Did
way.
you make skulls?
I actually should.
You should fucking
Did
make.
it turn out good? Was it
Yes,
like, whoa,
yes.
I made this?
It was actually surprisingly good, and wifey really loved it. Like
What?
at first, I thought she was just being nice, but
Yeah.
then she just kept going back and eating more and more and more.
That's
Like
not
she
faking
loved it.
Okay, I'm gonna come over to your house, Martha Stewart, and I will photograph you with my new camera while
Oh,
baking,
nice.
so
Yeah.
we can kind of do our things.
Yeah, and I will make a live drawing of it and sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Perfect.
And that's how
then-
you collab.
And apron, I guess. you know,
That's
Yeah.
aprons.
Yeah.
She makes you into an apron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Inception.
But yeah, I'd say it's a great tip for anybody that kind of feels stuck. Again, just
Yeah.
trying something new. And I just Googled simple bread and just went from there. And it's so simple because for me, it's, I have all of this stuff in my cupboard or in the kitchen that I've never used, like baking soda and stuff like that. Like,
But
what would I ever use this for? And then you just follow this recipe. It's super simple. And then you just make it, and then all of a sudden it's bread, and you...
It's something.
Yeah.
Because it's the same feeling like when you start using like watercolors for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like, I turned this into this.
Exactly.
And I turned flour and eggs into this.
Yeah.
I can
That's it,
eat it.
yeah.
This is food.
Yes, and then just like
So you're being
going
creative.
off the recipe and like
Yeah.
adding little things
No,
and
don't
what's...
do that.
But it worked
Never
out great.
Never a good idea.
But I'm really into food. I love cooking and that stuff, but I've never been into baking. So that was just like, it felt really wrong at first, but then now it's so right.
But something that's cool about
It's
that
so
is well.
soft.
I love
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And so were
If
my
you only-
buns. They were so soft.
Aw.
I made,
I was like, that is so wrong, but right.
yeah. Well, I can say that because I'm a man. No.
What?
Yeah.
Men can say
About
this.
my buns, okay? My buns.
It would not be appropriate.
No, I
for me to
made
say.
Bunburg.
semmel bröd.
Buns.
Yeah.
The buns. Like super simple with cardamom, which I don't know what that is
Cardamom.
in English. Yeah, cardamom, probably.
I don't know. I just English.
I really don't think that's what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
But
it
what
is
is semla in English? It's
Semmel.
like
It's
Nah, I have no
yeah,
idea.
semmel.
semmel.
Yeah.
A sem.
The Fat Tuesday bun.
Fat Tuesday bun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think it's called bun something.
yeah, fluffy
And
bun.
then fluffy buns.
Fluffy bun. So I did that, and then just to spice it up, I put.
He's so cute talking about it. He's like glowing. He's
Look at me!
flashing.
I put sugar on it, and it was great.
Did you do like bay? Like the
Yeah.
last, like you.
Yes, of course.
Of course. That's how you put spice on anything.
That was the whole thing of it. Like, obviously, I just wanted to do that, like the thing.
That's how it started. I just want to do this officially on
Yeah,
something. Like,
just make something that I can do this on. And everybody listening, you're like, what the fuck is this?
but it's bay.
Yeah, it's Bay.
It's Salt Bay.
So
Salt Bay.
There you go.
Pow. It was amazing. But so much fun. So
But-
I'm going to definitely try and do more baking.
And something that I guess we've done this a couple of times now, where we all put ourselves in boxes. Like, I'm this type of creative. I do, watercolors and ink. But I think where we are at in life, like, we've kind of, you're starting to expand and not define yourself in these, categories. Like, I'm a comic artist or I'm this. No. We just love
We are
creative.
creatives.
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
creating. Like, I don't know if, we've just expanded. Like, I like making stuff, and then it doesn't matter if it is cookies or if it is, photography or, printing mugs or whatever it is. No, but I just mean, like, you can be so much more. Because
That's what I've thought of with food since I started making food and seeing the different ingredients as my tools and different brushes or colors or whatever. And that just made it so
dude.
much more fun.
Can you start a restaurant where everything you serve looks like a color palette, and then like everything is just a piece of art that comes out?
Yes.
That would be,
You have to blend it yourself.
yeah. Oh, that would be so good.
I've
Yeah.
actually had a secret dream of making my own brunch restaurant.
That would be
like,
cool.
I've had it
Brunch
for
is
years
the
and
best
years.
meal of the day. Basically, what we have for lunch.
Yeah. Well, I would eat brunch every meal.
That's
of
the
every
only
day. I
meal
love
of the
it.
day that you need.
And what is brunch? It could be anything.
Anything.
Just anything.
I would say you take the uniqueness away if you eat brunch for every meal of the day.
No, you just
No.
eat the one.
See, this
meal.
is you just locking yourself in that box again. Open it up.
Open your box.
You need to stay creative, Karin.
Sorry for being. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
There is actually a cafe in Japan that all the furniture looks like it's sketched. Like they
Yeah.
printed on everything.
They have
So-
the outlines. on
Yeah,
it.
they have outlines and sketch lines, and it's on everything.
What?
So when you walk in, it looks like you're walking into like a 3D drawing. It looks insane.
And there's actually a restaurant in Japan where you can eat human meat.
Cool.
There you go.
Wow.
Wow.
It
Yeah.
takes that whole thing that you would see on like there was a documentary about like something
Nazis?
weird like that where people were naked and there was like food on top of
Yeah,
them.
and
Oh,
you
yeah.
just start
Oh,
just
yeah.
digging in when
Yeah,
the
and then
sushi is
people
all
were
gone.
eating-
You're
yeah,
like
just-
just
But that was like
Yeah,
a-
that's what I'm thinking. And then now you have like
that was
the
a
people
big
you
thing
just-
in the 90s.
Yeah,
Like, looking
that
at
was-
movies and
yeah.
stuff, there was always like the bad guys were eating sushi off of naked women. Like,
so
wasn't that,
weird.
like, a
Yeah,
thing?
I don't know, but there was a documentary about something like that. I don't remember the specifics, but it's just such a weird thing, and that feels like the next evolution.
next
Like
level.
once you've cleared up, the snacks on top,
Yeah.
you just start like biting into the person.
Someone sprinkled the
Yeah.
sushi on this girl. Like
I just
Salt
think
Bay.
it's a
Oof.
big setup of like police or FBI or something. You know, how stupid
Hmm.
are you going into this restaurant? Like, I want to eat humans. You
They
know,
were
you're
like,
gonna get
"Great."
arrested as soon as you step into
just
the place.
they were just like walk into this
Crazy.
door and then like cell number 3
Yeah.
closed.
Chunk.
Hmm.
But yeah, no.
So
Apparently,
cool.
you need to like. I can sign a paper for this restaurant to give my body to the restaurant.
I call fake news.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. It sounds.
But I mean, it's Japan.
what does that mean?
It
I
means
don't know.
they are the
I'm
strangest
so scared right
people on the planet. They do so many different crazy things that nobody else on the planet does legally.
But
and,
I think. But I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I don't
I've read about it, heard about it. So it is like
But have you experienced it by yourself?
Well,
No.
Yeah, Robert, have you eaten the
I haven't been outside
You
of my
have to go
apartment
there.
for
Robert has been inside his head for a
yes,
long way.
exactly. Is this real? What is real?
What is it?
Everyone comes from somewhere.
Yes, exactly.
And I
You know
can
what I
eat
just
them.
Everyone comes from somewhere.
And I
can
guess
eat
we're
them.
moving on.
Yes, we're done.
moving on. Oh my god.
So
Yes.
eating humans led us to retro.
Retro.
So
Bahkadisch.
back at the dish.
What made you like a dish?
I'm like a dish.
I'm like a
Dish,
dish,
and like
along
a
the fly away.
I don't know where I'm going.
I don't know
Yeah.
the lyrics.
I don't know where my soul is.
Soulless. I don't know where.
Soulless. You're soulless. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't
I
have a
know where
soul.
my shoe is. I don't know where my soul is. Shoe soul.
But yeah,
Thank you for clearing that.
yes.
You gotta explain everything, otherwise nobody understands and nobody
Jokes are
laughs.
funnier when you explain them twice.
Always,
No.
especially mine, because I'm not funny. And so yeah, what was your big inspiration and passion growing up? That's always like the main thing I want to know. Was it Disney movies, animated stuff, or like, did you-
Dan Carlson. I don't know what they're
did you
called,
have
those Swedish
anything that you
comics.
looked at to inspire you to draw?
No.
Nothing.
Sorry, this is so boring.
That's
I
not
have
worrying.
no answer for this. And I don't know if you're gonna kill me now, but I'm not a fan of cartoons. Like we talked earlier
I know
about
this
the
restaurant in Japan.
you should go there.
that you would hate. That you would hate because you hate everything.
You look delicious. Maybe you should. Yeah, but we talked earlier about the mind blowing fact that the Lion King came and you watched it
Yeah.
on the
We saw it at cinema. Yeah.
at
yeah.
the cinema
Together.
in
Yeah, we did.
'95 or something like that. I mean, that's the only
Rub it in.
time I watched it. I watched it. I've seen it. I do not need to revisit that place.
No, nobody
mean-
does. It hurts.
Nobody wants to see that movie.
It's
Okay, but take every
like
Disney
reliving
movie.
trauma.
Like I saw it once when I was a kid. That's it. I
Yeah.
never rewatched things. If I seen it,
Understandable.
I'd seen it.
All the
So I
Disney
never-
movies from then were like, we killed your parents, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood this hype about. I watched The Lion King like 14 times
Only
when I was.
14 times.
I was gonna add when I was
Amateur-
sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
so
but I am that person.
Yeah.
I need to see a movie like at least 2 times to really get into it. The first time is just too much to get in, and you don't understand everything, and you're trying to see everything. So you see it the first time to really understand the story, and then the second time you can really see the details and understand where they wanted to go and blah blah blah. But I'm also extremely into movies of all kinds
Yeah.
and really interested in everything about movies. So I look at lighting, I look at how they shoot things, I look at the actors and like everything in the movie. So for me, watching a movie 3, 10, 20 times is very normal within a week.
So I've been doing it wrong. Yeah.
Yes, you need
No.
to watch
Yes.
everything.
There is no right and there is no wrong. It's
Like
I was
just-
more when I was a kid. I was more into like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and
Yes,
stuff
that's a
like
good
that.
show.
I watched that, but you didn't have to rewatch that because
Yeah.
it was episode on episode on episode.
because you always rewatched it. Like every time you watched it, it was a
Yeah.
rewatch.
Yeah, exactly.
They only did 4 episodes. They just kept it going.
Now this
Yeah.
is the story.
All
about how I became Bahkadisch in the house. I don't know.
Yeah. Soul.
Exactly.
Slap. No.
Yes, exactly.
Unless you missed the Oscars. With Will
No,
Smith doing a high five. in
I think
someone's
the
face.
only funny joke about that was someone or many people said it, but no, he's gonna go back to his uncle in Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah, that was a funny
Yeah,
joke.
that
Oh
was-
yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I
weird.
like the Street Fighter one. It was also funny.
Yeah, you showed
That
me.
one, yeah,
it was great.
insane.
It was so good.
You wouldn't like it, but it was fun.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Take
yeah.
her word for it. It
I
was
take
a
your
lot of
word
fun.
for it.
But you were never into the like just going back to you then. But video games or like nothing
No.
like sort of in the geeky realm.
No,
Reading books.
no.
What
What did I do when I was
Yeah,
a
what
kid?
the
I
hell
have
did
no
you do?
idea. I
No, but
did
I mean,
sports.
I am genuinely
that's
interested
something. Yeah, well, that's something.
because it is very unique for a very creative person, I would say. Like if we look back at all the people that have been in that chair, you know, all of them have more or less the same kind of background like us, just watching Disney and getting inspired by cartoons or comics or so you are very unique in that way because you are an extremely creative person and yet you don't really have something that you can trace it back to as this was the main inspiration for you creating things. You just made it yourself.
I think, as I said, I was playing post office. I was into
Life inspired
Yeah, I
you.
don't know. I wanted to do stuff. I didn't want to sit down and watch stuff. I
Yeah.
wanted to create stuff with my hands. I wanted to fold that paper into an envelope and draw the little stamp and put it in a pile and da-da-da-da.
But it's so cool. Like, I don't know. It's I'm like genuinely impressed because it's such a unique thing and very, I don't know, humbling in a way for me. And yeah, maybe that's the wrong word.
Yeah, that's the wrong word.
It's definitely the wrong word.
I like it.
I feel like I feel kind of it's comfort, I guess. You know, it just makes me feel warm inside hearing this. It's,
But like,
Like-
if we talk about another Norrlänning, no. But no, Matthias, for example, didn't grow up with the stuff. Like, sure, he saw the Disney stuff,
yeah,
but he was very sort of like into the German, Swedish comics when he grew up,
Yeah.
and discovered everything else. Like, oh shit, there's a world outside of Sweden, you know, or Europe that creates a lot of, you know, cool stuff, and. So he was very into that, you know, like Knasen, I don't even know what they're
Yeah.
called, but
91 or-
Nittiettan, all
Yeah.
that stuff that I don't even know the origin of. I'm just guessing German. But
Swedish.
it is, but I know that one of them is not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he grew up with that stuff, and that kind of set his style. You can you can see some of his style reflecting that stuff.
Yeah.
But your style doesn't have that. You know, you don't trace it back to anything.
No.
It is uniquely your own.
Yeah, exactly.
And then people rip you off.
yeah.
Exactly. But
And
I
that's-
think I
yeah.
drew when I was a kid, but then I didn't. As a kid, you don't have style. You like just draw stuff.
Well,
Depends on the
Yeah.
kid again.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
And
Me
then
neither.
I didn't draw anything for many years. So I don't know. I reinvented drawing when I was an adult, like in my 20s.
Well, that's cool.
And then I was just like, maybe I should try this thing, drawing, that I didn't like because everyone said, no, you have to do it this way. Do. And then I just, okay, well, if I just do it for fun, just never used a pencil and a eraser, just going hardcore ink on paper,
yeah,
no
the easy
regrets.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no going back.
No,
Boom. There
no
you go.
regrets.
Big D.
Oh, no.
It's like Big D, and they're like, oh shit, yeah, the standing joke here.
Well, in my head, it's more like Big D, confidence, you know, where you're just like,
Oh yeah, okay,
just
okay.
like, fuck
yeah.
yeah, I don't give a shit. Bam. Line on paper.
I don't have an eraser.
Yeah, exactly. No going back. But
Big
if-
D and Eraser. That's what I'm hearing now. I don't know. Like sounds like a group, like a hip hop group.
yeah, and actually I thought of that before when you said, what was it? Nice Trey. I was like, that's a perfect rap name. Or
My
something.
name is Nice Trey.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice Trey and Big D and Razor. E-Razor. Just like E-Type. Hey, what's up? I'm E-Razor.
Razor
Talker.
sharp.
Yeah, Razor Sharp.
Oh man.
I'm a trace ya. I'm a erase ya. Just like, no.
Keep going.
No, no, we're good. I don't want to show how white I am by rapping.
But okay, so what about today then? Like, if you sit down in your couch, what do you watch? Is it På spåret or is it like what?
All the looks you're giving me now. Yeah, I watch På spåret.
I was
I'm
so
sorry.
upset that it's not on SVT Play.
What?
No.
It is?
They just have
course it
clips.
No.
Yeah.
I always watch it on SVT Play.
Do
because
you do you have to have an account on
No.
SVT? Because I
You've been
can't find
doing it.
Can you teach
Maybe
Robert
they-
how to use the iPad or the phone?
Exactly.
No, but seriously, we were looking into it yesterday.
Oh, maybe they
There's-
removed it
yeah,
because
maybe.
we watch it like the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So-
they only have the clips of the songs, the musical numbers.
There are musical numbers in the sport?
Yeah.
The sport?
Come on.
I've not watched this shit. Like, this is
No, you're not Swedish.
Yeah.
television bullshit.
Because
It's like,
no, everybody said that I would love it because I am
Yeah.
a big geek. I love learning things and sort of.
But you haven't been watching it until now. Now you
No, I
feel
haven't
like
watched it.
No, okay.
season
I really-
23.
I
yeah,
really
and
want
now
to.
he's like, I'm gonna
I'm
find
gonna-
it on the.
No, but I never
the app?
watch Ettan, Tvåan, Fyran. Like those channels,
Oh.
it's just not in my thing. That's why I just started watching the Swedish MasterChef
Mm,
thing, like all of that, because now
I
I've
get it.
discovered Fyran.
yeah.
No shit, yeah. I am
and I
so
really, I
beyond
do love it. Like, I think the beauty of sort of Swedish people doing these cooking shows or whatever is that how friendly and kind we are to each other in these competitions.
Yeah.
And it's just so heartwarming to really see like how pep everybody is, and they just sort of push each other to do really great things,
Yeah.
even though they're competing against each other.
Yeah, as
And
you
that
did when
is-
we were throwing darts. You were like, come on, Karin, you can do it.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But
You don't-
secretly hating you
Yeah, I
for
was like,
being
"Shut
closer,
up."
you know.
No.
But no, I love it. But it also has inspired me to become better at cooking and baking
Yeah,
and
but
all
that's
of that.
good.
you know.
I like to watch things. This is gonna sound nerdy in some way, but I like to learn stuff when I watch something.
Yeah.
You know, all this Paradise Hotel and all that
Ugh.
stuff.
No.
Yeah, trash
no,
TV.
no.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
No.
But I try sometimes just to. I want to watch something and shut my brain off. But it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why you have good cartoons.
That's why you watch it with friends, that stuff, so you can laugh at it. Because I can't, like, when people are being overly dumb and like, oh, I can't believe that he would cheat on me. You're like, you're at this place where
Yeah.
dum-dums are. Like, of course he's going to cheat. It's
part
about
of the-
winning.
the show
yeah.
is called Cheaters.
Yeah.
What did you expect? Cheater Island.
I read it as winners. I'm not very good at
I
reading.
didn't even get a Cheeto. Yeah.
Yeah, I came here for the Cheetos.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
gets
it's
it.
weird.
It's all good.
Yeah. Good joke.
But okay, so I guess that those are the type of shows then that you watch.
Yeah.
But
I would-
what's
I
your
would-
favorite?
This is my all-time favorite show is on SVT, and it's called False Identity. It's a French show about the Secret Service in France.
Ooh.
It's so good. It's like if you haven't watched it, you have to see it. It's five seasons of just Secret
Awesome.
Service.
Secret
I
Service.
like that.
Secret French
because
service.
it feels like I'm part of the French Secret Service.
Yeah.
When I turned it off, I was like, I know how they work
they
now.
work.
I know this shit now.
No,
It's
just-
insane. They
Yeah,
just
yeah,
told me how it works.
That's really good because that's like a sign of something good
Yeah.
when you think you know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I know I could be a secret agent, or
Yeah.
like I could work with this stuff.
Yeah,
I
you
could
just
be,
buy it.
Yeah.
I buy it. These are the real Secret
Yeah,
Service.
Of course. Of
But it's
course.
like when I
TV don't lie.
last time I did a live, like on Instagram, they were like, when I watch you do this, it feels like I can do it too.
Yeah.
But then you try, and you're like, okay, back to reality. But then
Yeah.
you keep watching instead. Yeah. And I guess like good shows like that though, like that make you feel, because sometimes when I look at things on YouTube to learn, I'm like, I got this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then turn it off and you're
Yeah.
like, what did they do?
Exactly. What exactly am I doing?
What
here?
was the first step?
Exactly that.
Yes. Yes.
Reality comes back hard.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my answer.
But what was it called?
It's false identity.
False identity.
Is
yeah.
it still on there or no?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Cool. Because I started watching, I mean, it's a similar, but Elitstyrkans hemlighet.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Channel 4.
Yeah, but that's reality.
Yeah,
or? Yeah.
And I love that too. I
Yeah.
mean, I did the army lumpen
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
so it's like you remember certain things, and it's just like, I don't know. It's fun to see people in misery because it's just like
But
horrible.
But it's real emotions.
Yes,
Like
yes,
they
and
get
really,
really torn down and
but also
sad and
I guess
happy
sort of
and-
proving to the viewer that like, well, you can do a lot more than you think you
Yeah.
can. Like they've been crawling over these sharp rocks for hours and hours, and they're still going.
Yeah.
But is
when
this
you
the
think
one
we
with that
just look
stunt
at-
lady that you knew, the one that worked on Wonder Woman? I
no,
think
no,
she
no.
was in it. She was in one of those shows.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess the one that I'm watching is the latest season of
okay,
it.
okay. She was in
so-
the previous season.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I
at
didn't
least.
know.
Whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Fuck. I can't remember her name actually.
Hellion Ice. No, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's like a gladiator, I think.
Yeah. I knew her ex-husband.
Okay, cool.
But
That we also don't know the name. Shout out, bro.
Really close.
Really close friends.
Daniel Beiner.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You remember.
The former owner of Salong Betong.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, okay. Then I understand why you know.
Actually,
Oh,
the guy.
they did have a reality show as well.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they
It
did.
That was really good.
I missed that
Oh,
one.
you didn't like it. I liked it.
I mean, they are.
Because I don't know anything about your business.
Yeah.
So that was a good way to
Miami Ink, bro.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
didn't see that
is
one.
it the real business or not? Like, how much
Yeah.
TV is it?
Yeah, okay.
But they've been really good at marketing. Like
Yeah.
that's his strength, actually. Daniel, who is the dude, he just knows how to sell stuff. You know, he's not a tattoo artist at all. He doesn't know how to tattoo.
What?
He knows business.
He runs the business.
The guy you had the
Yeah.
interview with.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's
I
the
thought-
thing. Like, you know, he wasn't
That's
going
what
to
I'm
teach
gonna
me how to
become.
tattoo.
Okay.
Because I was going to apprentice with them. They wanted me in because I do a lot of design and they
Yeah.
do a lot of design.
What happened?
I got the shop that I really wanted to. The day before I was going to go and say yes to Salong Betong, the owner of the other shop called and said, of course we want you. So I
Nice.
went and said no to them and started working
Okay.
at Huckleberry.
God damn.
So
Denied.
Wanted
Yeah.
person.
Mhm.
yeah. But actually when
Wanted man.
just like going back to what we talked about at dinner,
Oh.
training and throwing up. The only time I actually,
Good times.
like in recent years at
Yeah.
least, threw up was when I trained with him for the one time. We went on
Oh.
an MMA boot camp.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that is terrifying.
Wow, I was just, yeah.
Have you ever seen my
Vomit.
inside?
But yeah, that was intense.
That's how you meet people, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's never gonna forget me, at least. That's good. Yeah, good times. All right.
So, yeah, sorry.
No,
No,
go on,
no.
go on, go.
You asked me where I got my inspiration.
Mhm.
Yes.
Where do you find your inspiration? I mean, cartoon, is that,
No.
no?
No, it's everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
I find interesting. Like, even if it doesn't have to do with art,
Yeah.
the sort of like the energy you get when you get inspired by
Yeah.
something, like the secret agent stuff, like
Yeah.
the Secret Service French thing. Like, even that, if I enjoy it enough, that energy can go back into drawing
Yeah.
or creating
Yeah.
something. Like, it does not have to be in any way related to art. I can go and work out, and that like energy that you get afterwards.
Like, oh, I want to create.
I just want to
Boom.
do. Yeah, I
You
just
know.
want to go
Yeah.
back and draw something instead.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like the question you it started out like what inspires you, what do you watch on TV, and then it turned into what I actually watch on TV,
Yeah, but
not what
that's-
inspires me. Because I mean that's what I like. What that doesn't really inspire me in my creative
Yeah.
way. But if I would answer, if I was gonna answer just generally what inspires me, it's the same as you, Ilias. It's everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
But
Life.
as
Yeah.
you said, it's photography as
Yeah.
well. Like seeing a photography where someone really put their effort into everything, like lighting. I don't know.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
even
yeah,
put it
there's-
into
yeah.
words. Just see the photo,
the effort,
and you
of it as
feel
well,
like,
yeah.
wow. How do they
Yeah, how
do
do
this?
they
And
do
it could
that?
be
Yeah.
it could be a tree or a car or a
Same.
person or whatever. It's like
Yeah, because
How?
when you go there and you try to photograph that same car or tree,
Oh, dude, yes.
yeah,
it's just gonna be a fucking tree.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a piece of art.
yeah,
you know.
because you don't look at it the same way
No,
they
there's
do.
just something, that little
But that's
thing.
the cool thing. The videos that I watched about the cameras, where they were comparing cameras, and they were actually filming the location where the photograph is taken, so you can actually somewhat see the shot. But then the way they frame it, they have the video of them standing there with the camera, so you're seeing what they're seeing, and then they post the finished picture,
Yeah.
and you see how they kind of framed it. And this one guy, but this one guy was like, well, I wanted to cut it off here and here because of, like, I wanted the sky that kind of peeps in behind the trees there, and then you have the Z in the water, how
Yeah.
it travels between the
Exactly.
rocks, and then the rocks in the sort of like close to the camera were like just framing it, and you're like,
Of course.
of course. But
Yeah.
if you would just walk past that place, you were just like waters and rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they saw something
Yeah.
there and decided, like, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to photograph this because I'm seeing something here. And, having that thing that we have with drawing, in a sense, they have with just walking past whatever fucking, like, trees and rocks and water. Like, it can be not very non-special.
Yeah.
You just walk there a million times, but they see something there and they kind of frame it, and it's magical. Like the pouring water as well, that they, when some people take photos, they have this long exposure, so the water almost looks like smooth.
Yeah.
That's what they did, and I was like, damn, that is really, really, really good. Like,
Yeah.
it looks magical, it looks like someone drew that.
Yeah.
But
Do you? I used on Instagram the save function.
Mm-hmm.
I have different folders in there,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
for inspiration,
Same.
and some of them say to draw,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
could be like a picture of a stone, and I was like, I need to draw this stone. This picture of a stone is perfect. I need to translate it into a drawing
Yeah.
or anything. I mean,
I mean
it's-
that's how I work because of obviously me recreating realistic portraits.
Yeah.
So that's always that's finding the perfect image, and some images are just like draw me.
yeah,
Like you just have
agreed.
to, because I don't know.
it could be the angle of the shoulder meeting the
Yeah.
nose or whatever.
just
It's
something
like,
that he's doing with the
yeah.
eye or a
Yeah.
little squint or
I can do that
just
for
whatever.
just like some people have these angles like on their
Yeah.
face or
Mhm.
like a cheekbone
Yeah,
or
or the
something.
nose.
Yeah.
The
Like
nose,
the
I love
nose.
noses,
Yeah.
and especially if they have this front plane, like a side, like they have so many different
your nose.
angles. No, but it's
No,
really
but you do
cool.
have that. You have like
yeah. And like that's the thing, when you watch yourself, you're like, eh. But when you see it on other people, like stuff that you enjoy,
Yeah.
like little angles, little things that people might hate about themselves. Like the way that some people have freckles that they hate, but you're
Yeah.
like, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
all
how
those
hard
things.
is it to fucking recreate freckles? I hate it.
Mm.
I can never ever do it.
Are you talking as a tattoo artist or as an
well?
overall
I've
artist?
never had a job where somebody comes in and like,
Can you
"Could
tattoo
make me
freckles?"
Can you tattoo freckles on me?
That would be awesome. That would be great.
On the entire body.
Yes, yes. No, just like in general, recreating portraits with
Yeah.
freckles. It's just like,
Yeah.
well, you take the brush and just splatter paint on there and like freckles.
No, because then it goes bluff.
Yeah.
And like, oh,
Take a
birthmark.
toothbrush and then you like,
That's how you do it.
And then it has freckles in the eyeballs and
Yeah.
stuff.
But for me, like inspiring me, going back to that, is watching people create stuff is very inspiring. Just seeing people in their zone doing stuff, whether it's making chocolate ornaments or making food or drawing, painting, photographs, whatever it is. But just seeing people create, really just like, I need to create it. I want
But for
that.
me, it also like the amount of those videos that we get to see now is kind of having the opposite effect. Like I'm not as inspired as much because they're there all the time. Yeah. It's like, look how I can draw 5 portraits with my toes, my feet, my nose, my mouth. You know, like
you need to be selective with these things.
But also sometimes it's this 1 minute time lapse of someone creating something that is absolute shit, and you're like, "What the fuck
why did I watch
this? Was
this
1
shit?"
minute, and it turns into.
I wasted my life. You fuck.
I feel so stupid after that. Like, sorry.
But have you seen those deliberate videos that are like 20 minutes long or something, like 30 minutes?
Slow TV. Or?
No, they're total bullshit. Like at the end, they've done nothing. They just make up something. They were like, okay, we're gonna take this glue, and then we're gonna take this thing, and then we're gonna do this, and then and then you have to hold it, and then you.
Oh, is it made just to?
To waste your
people?
time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so they do this whole thing. I think there's like a guy that has like matches, and then there's an egg on the matches, and then they just do that for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, and then,
and then at the end, they light the thing, and it's just like a burned egg.
But also, like, people having this pineapple, like, I cut it off, I put it in a pot, and 2 weeks later, it's a cactus. Like, nope. That's not how it works.
Remember those old, like, videos where there would be a guy aiming?
Yeah, that's the one that I was thinking of immediately.
Those were the early ones.
And the comment is just, and wait for it.
Yeah, and you got to wait for it, and nothing happens.
It just keeps cutting and cutting and cutting.
But they're cutting, like, really smooth as well, so it looks real.
So it always takes, like, a minute to realize that you've been fucked with,
yeah.
It's like the podcast. They just keep listening.
Yeah, exactly. and then we're like, okay, guys, we're going to recap.
Yeah.
So what Karin uses is...
Going back to tools. Yeah.
Circumcision paper saw.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, that's what it's called. That's right. That's it.
Also used by... No, just kidding. Moving on.
So you haven't been in, like, what are your kids into? Are they into the Disney and Marvel and all of this stuff? Or, like, are they geeky in that way? Or are they more taking after you and more, like, real life, let's make-believe baking place? There's a lot of baking in my head.
I was like, are you like one of her children?
I'm trying to learn.
No, actually, they have the thing that I didn't have when I was a kid, watching
TV.
things.
I was like,
exactly.
TV.
But no, but on Netflix, they keep going back to My Little Pony, like over and over and over again.
The screamy ponies, the new ones.
The ugly ones.
Oh, okay.
No, I like them. I don't know.
Is it still the same, or is it a new?
No, it's a new 2D, like the...
Yeah.
You know, it's not the old My Little Ponies.
No, I mean the brony.
Yeah,
like
it's those
the
ones.
good My Little Pony.
Yeah,
is it that?
Yes, it's
that same one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
They're thinner and have eyelashes and
But the stories are really great. Like it's a good show.
It's actually kind of funny.
It's well done.
Yeah. So
they watch that over and over.
I actually enjoy it too.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call myself a brony, but
you are.
But I have watched.
I wouldn't call myself a brony, but I love it.
Nobody does that.
Except bronies, bro.
Dude. Okay, so there is hope. I guess.
There is hope, and they watch like the like I don't even know the words or the names. It's Disney and it's Pixar and it's all of those. They watch all the like Encanto. What was that? Was that Disney?
Disney.
Yeah, they watched that.
Disney Pixar, I guess.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Like they're basically the same, but not. You know,
everything
Pixar
is
Disney.
And they all look the same now.
Yeah, but they are the
like
same
10 years ago, you could tell the difference by looking at the cartoon, right?
Yeah.
No, you still can. Like Shrek and all those are different. You notice immediately that they are a bit grown up or weird, and Disney's like cutesier than So
And maybe a little bit more polished too, I would say.
Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the time, not always, but yes.
Hmm.
And that's like, again, it's going to be so interesting to see what my daughter's going to be into, and
Yep.
like, will there be like, is she just going to watch the secret French service thing? You know, what am I going to have to deal with? I'm trying to prepare for
You don't have to deal with
everything.
shit. They watch it by themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really loud, where you can also enjoy it.
fantastic.
But it's always like, Mom, can we watch this? Can we watch Encanto? And they're like, yeah, you can. And you know
45
that they're
times?
going to be
Yeah.
in there like for 1 hour and 45 minutes. That's great.
They actually watch it though. Like
Yeah,
the whole thing
yeah,
from
yeah.
start to finish?
So that's good. I'm a great mom.
Well,
Hey, it's better than them watching YouTube about like kids doing nothing.
But they do that as well.
So
I
do
mean,
mine.
there's so many shit videos on YouTube of like, I was going to say Russian, but I think a lot of them are Russian families doing stuff like,
There
we're
are
going
a
to
couple
do
of
this
different ones,
prank
yeah.
where, and they,
Oh, those are so weird. Yeah. No, but there are a lot of those. Like these weird clips of like grown up like American videos as well, where they dress up like Spider-Man and Elsa
and the old,
they just
yeah, the-
prank each other basically,
yeah.
but they're horrible. The
Yeah.
videos are just nonsense. Like it's
Why?
bullshit. Like it's like if garbage TV is a thing, this is like garbage, like B garbage, you know, like it's the lower tier garbage shows. Like they're so bad.
and it's like squeaky noises and screams
and boy, oh,
yeah, sound
just
effects.
sound effects. Oh,
It's really bad.
it's horrible.
But
yeah.
I
Yeah.
like sort of steered them away from that.
I wish you could like block stuff on YouTube, you know, so
think
you
you
wouldn't
can.
get those channels. Maybe you can.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But now
Well,
they
I-
started watching like it's a lot of videos now like how to draw this one, and they go like step by step. This
Yeah,
is how you
that's a
draw
lot.
the
That's how
My
you're
Little
supposed
Pony.
to use YouTube.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would say.
that's
for
what I
sure.
tell my kids
Yeah.
as well. Like, I'm all for you watching, but I also want you to do the things that you're watching. You know, like not set the house on fire, but you know the drawing stuff or the.
How do I set the files?
No, but I've told my daughter like, if you only watch people do stuff, you will learn nothing.
Yeah.
Like you will be able to recreate none of this. But if you want, like, watch a makeup tutorial and then sit by your mirror and you know do your version as well. Like try to replicate the fun stuff that you see. So she watched a lot of slime videos. So she can use I don't even know, like contact lens fluid with glue and like
Shaving foam and
shaving foam, and she just makes these
Conditioner.
like great slime things that look like super pleasing and like
Really?
love a foamy slime, you know,
It's
like
a
it's
thing?
real, yeah.
it's a
And
big
then she just
Wow.
colorizes them, and they turn into this like, it's like basically when you see people like smear like color and it looks super pleasing.
Yeah.
That slime thing looks equally pleasing, like people folding like slime,
Yeah.
basically just like in. It's this, and it's not like the slime that you and I bought when we were kids. You know, the green, sticky, disgusting looking one.
Yeah, yeah.
This is like, it looks like white foam plastic, like really soft and like satisfying. And I can't touch it because I have gym hands, so it gets stuck on all the, like the roughness of my hands. So I
Yeah,
can't touch
humble
it.
brag.
I don't. I just brag every day on my Instagram. I don't care. There is no humble about it. It's unhumble. No, but I can't touch that stuff because I can't get it off. Like it is like the little things
Just
on
can't
Spider-Man.
get it
Yeah.
Just can't get it off.
Very good. Thank you. That was what that. Oh shit! Sean
Yep.
Clark was trying to
Oh,
interfere.
son
Oh.
of a
I
bitch.
turned him off.
you slapped him.
Yeah, he did.
When you cover the
He
screen,
Will
it
Smith
turns off.
them. He
I
Will-
realized
Will Smith.
by accident. I was
Oh.
trying to hide my like because it started talking at
Hmm.
night, and I did this, and it just stopped. And then I
Oh,
realized that you
cool.
could shut your clock.
Muffled him.
Shut your clock.
Shut your clock.
You shut your clock when you're talking to me.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know where we were going with this. But
No,
I like
like-
it.
talking inspiration and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
and stuff and stuff.
That was it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we're gonna save all the really geeky stuff for
next time, yeah.
like a good geeky episode.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say? Sorry, can I say
Yeah.
one thing about the inspiration? Because
Of
I was
course.
really.
It never stops. Hey, this is about. This episode is about you. Although Robert
no,
makes
no.
it sound like it
No,
isn't,
it's
it is
not.
about you.
But I was just gonna.
Come on, Bahkadisch our brains out.
Yeah, but this is an Instagram problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was a lot more strict with this before, not following other creative people in the same like area as me, because I was so scared of being intentionally
A clone?
inspired by them. Like, but I sort of let it go a bit now because I realized I can handle it, not copying. But I feel that's for me, it's a big problem to be inspired by other people doing the same thing. Like I would not like to be inspired by other illustrators. So I would rather follow photographers and the ceramic artists and stuff like that to get inspired, because I don't want to see another person drawing something and like, I want to draw the same thing. I don't know. I can't put it into words, but but
it's legit.
How do you do that? If you're gonna do a tattoo, if you find a really good tattoo artist and you like that style, do you follow that person?
Yes. Because more or less the whole of my tattoo Instagram is just following tattoo artists.
Yeah.
And it's more or less only stuff that inspires me and stuff that I want to do myself eventually.
Yeah.
So yes, for sure, I more or less only follow people that do things within my field, but also that I aspire to be. So I get really inspired when I see, also discouraged for sure, because some of the work that people do is just insane and not possible really by any human. But they manage to anyway somehow.
But they're not human.
But they're not.
You know,
No, they're not.
robots.
No. So yes, I need to see what is possible for me to create. So I know that I can keep evolving and dreaming. But I also, again, like going back to my dad, is that I know there's always going to be somebody better than me.
Yeah.
But there's always that strive to be the best. So there's chasing being the best, but knowing that I will never be the best also.
No.
So it's a really weird thing. And like, why would you keep striving if you know that you're not going to be the best? But there's still that little bit of hope that you're just, one day, maybe I will be the best at this one thing. But yeah, I guess it's more of the chase of being the best and then just seeing people doing amazing things to inspire you to do better always. So,
but are you also in love with the process of drawing? Like when you sit down and draw, isn't that the main thing?
It's more like, how do I create that? Because I know how they did it, because maybe I've seen a time lapse and then I understand that process and the way they work. But my wrist doesn't work in that way that they do. And they've done it, 20 years more than me. So, okay, how do I achieve that, but with my way of working? And then trying to cut corners or, cheat my way to looking that good, but in my way, and making it actually possible for somebody that's not worked 20 years and learned it. There's something very, very pleasing in that process. It's just so satisfying when you do the last session and you finish that piece and you just sit there and you go, wow, like I actually did this. And then you remember 5 years ago when you saw somebody doing that and you were like, I would love to be able to do like a proper portrait one day. And then 5 years later, I did a really fantastic Luke Skywalker portrait. Like, it's just like, I'm there now. But that was 5 years ago. So 5 years have passed and now I'm looking at this,
even greater.
So that's always like, the bar is moving along with my pushing it.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't say I've worked hard to perfecting my style, but if we pretend that I have, I would love it to keep my style and not be influenced by someone else. I would not want to start drawing noses in another way. Because then I lose my inner core of me.
But would you really do that? Because it's still your way. It's just that you're trying or evolving your style a bit, and you're not copying the exact same thing this person is doing. You're getting inspired by it. So it's just like, maybe if I just add this sort of nose line that goes up to the eyebrow, oh, that's fucking interesting the way I did it. That works really well with my style. And you just evolved your thing to the next level.
Yeah.
It's not stealing their thing, it's getting inspired.
Yeah.
But that's...
But I think that's the way that you should do it. Like, because usually the way that you asked it, when I look at inspiration, I don't want to draw their thing. Sometimes I just want to, like, the way that I feel, like, when I look at their art, like, the level of finish that they do to this, like, the feelings that I'm feeling while watching it, like, oh, I love how he did this. Like, or, you know, that's what I want to achieve with my work.
Yeah.
So I want, when people look at my stuff, I want them to feel what they're feeling when they watch, you know, whatever. And sometimes that's what I'm striving for. Like, I want my artwork to look like a finished piece. That's why I don't like my ink sketches. Because for me, they are really sketches, whereas for some people, they are like a finished artwork. Yeah, exactly. And for me, that's not, like, they're not done. They're just sketches. And when I find something that I like, it's usually, I don't like the whole thing always. Like, sometimes I just like, we talked about the noses when it comes to, you know, like a photo or something. But I can also love, like, a detail and like how someone draws, like, the part of the painting that no one will care about.
Yeah.
That's, like, what I'll focus in on.
Yeah.
And I will try to, like, that's how I learned to draw rocks for my style of inking. I just needed to figure it out. So I had the way that I did it. And then I looked at some pictures and I was like, this, if I do it like what I'm seeing here, I can I can make my wrong way, like the thing that I don't like, work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you compare them, they don't even look the same, but both look good. But I wouldn't have figured that out as fast hadn't I looked at the other ink drawings that I saved or the artists that I follow. So there are, I would say there are, like, things to learn where you don't have to reinvent inking because someone has, or, you know, like a million other artists, like, you used their man hours to kind of like, oh yeah, I could just do this, like, just curve my lines this way, and it'll make sense because I was doing it the other way.
Yeah, and that's, I feel like that's doing it the right way, getting inspired, not like taking the entire
whole,
style.
No.
But what is a finished piece for you then? Like, if you're striving to create something that looks finished, what is that
I want
in
it
your
to
head?
finish. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
exactly.
No, but seriously, Turpaki, helvetti. But I guess for me, it would to take them to the next level, you know.
Yeah.
I don't mind having the sketches, but it would also be cool if I did paintings of them.
The right answer is, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's the thing. Like, and even if I made them into paintings, they would need to get to a certain level, you know, where I could at least say, like, I could sell them with good conscience.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to sell them. Like, I could say, like, this is done. I will never need to revisit this, you know, even if I don't like everything about it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's okay. Like, I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
But
that's also really interesting because, you know, it's so relative to each and every individual
artist. Yeah.
It's so that's why I love the craft, you know, that it is. If you say that that's the finished piece, then that is the finished piece.
Then that is the finished piece.
Yeah, it's like, how am I going to argue with you that it's not?
Yeah.
Like, you say it is, it is. It's your work.
your
It's the
piece.
same with
your
the
baby.
wood cutting
Yeah.
thing as well.
Yeah.
People were like, oh my God, can I buy that? The dragon and thing, and I messed it up now. But that wasn't done. That was like the sketch, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna, because I wanted it to feel like when you get it, you feel like it is like your trays. To me, they looked like, wow, she took a tray and she took her artwork and then she kind of melded them together, and the finished thing is so polished that it looks like both art and, you know, this thing that you can use around your house. And that's what I want these things to be as well. I want, when you get like one of my prints, for example, that's why I want to go with the expensive paper that I've used myself for the painting in the living room in the studio.
Yeah.
That paper is the expensive one, and that's the only one I've ever used. So I want that same experience, because when I got the test print, I got like a little piece of my painting. Like, I knew what part it was, but no one else would know. And I was like, what is this? Like, this print looks like a painting. And that's what I want people to experience. So the ink sketches, if I printed them on that would feel more like a piece of art than the original to me, for some reason, because it has that finish that, like, niceness that like it, it doesn't have the frail edges, because that stuff is for me. I love that stuff. But if I'm gonna sell it, I would rather sell the print than the original for some stupid reason.
Because you can make it bigger.
You can make it bigger. You can make it feel different things. Like I can't transfer the original to anything. So I don't know. And I want the wood cutting to be something more. Like I don't want it just to be me carving on a piece of wood and then like not do anything with it and just hand it to someone. Like, here you go. Like I want it to get that same feeling. Because if I can get that feeling, then probably someone else will also feel it,
Yeah.
Like, wow, like it was cool as a wood cutting, but now it's like a piece of art somehow. I don't know. It's very sort of fluffit, as we say, but that's what I want, whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, but that's, again, that's you as an artist trying to explain what your finished piece is. So I kind of set you up for a trap there.
Dude.
But yeah.
But
it's really interesting.
But that's why I want the camera as well.
Yeah.
I want to make I love cinematic things. Like I love watching a movie when it starts and you just, you see the movie start.
Yeah.
And you're like.
You just set the tone.
Yeah, the tone.
Feeling.
And that's what I want with the videos as well. I don't want to just, film with my phone and it just looks like I filmed with my phone. Sometimes you can get that cinematic feel, but when you have a camera, when I've recorded in like 4K and you can sort of like do the swoosh, like you kind of, it looks so epic. And I want people to feel that stuff that I'm feeling, like the stuff that you did with like cartoons, for example. Like that's what I felt though when I watched all that stuff as a kid. And there can be like the Northman movie that I saw, like it had those moments, I didn't like enjoy the movie as a whole, but I liked parts that were really good, where they get you, like you're like, wow, this is a piece of work. Like somebody actually made an effort and made it look this amazing. Yeah. And I can appreciate basically every movie that I've watched that can do that, even
sometimes it is only that one little thing.
Yeah.
There's so many movies that are like that.
Very, yeah.
Yes.
And if I can do that, since I'm working in a shorter format, I don't have to make anything last for 2 hours. I just need to make like a minute of cool, and that's so much easier as well.
A minute of cool.
A minute of cool. Oh man, I think that has been my reason for doing anything in life.
Of course.
They were like, "Why did you get into this?" It's like the rule of cool.
Yeah.
Other people say 15 minutes of fame, but you have the minute of
cool. The minute of cool.
Yeah.
So I just want, but that's like,
well, that's
creating cool shit. That's what I want to do, and then if no one else thinks it's cool, that doesn't matter, but I need to think it's cool, because that's where my effort comes from. Yeah. Like, I believe in it so much, and then, the end result can be like, that was shit, but the making was fun, Sometimes the making of is more fun than the...
I would say most
Definitely.
of the time.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what I miss as well, actually, like, just really miss creating something and just feeling it, when you're in it.
Yeah.
But you know what the cool thing is sometimes? When you've done it and you're like, that was garbage, but then you post it, for example, and people are like, oh, this is amazing. How did you film this? How did you do that? You're like, but this is some of the worst stuff that I've made. Yeah. But it just resonates with people somehow. It's never the stuff you think are going to do good.
No.
Like, oh, I made this. Everyone's going to love this. Yeah. This is something that everyone recognizes. And then you just hear crickets.
Or when you do something that you think is crap and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna post it, I'm gonna put it over here, and then you start cleaning out your desk like 4 months later and you find it like what is this? This is good. Because you weren't in that mood when you you finished it.
And also you don't have the expectation anymore.
No.
Like, when you made it, I'm like, I'm gonna make this be epic, and then
it's gonna look like this.
Exactly. Whatever fucking image you have in your head. When that's gone, everything is better.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like this podcast.
Yeah.
You really need to be in the right mindset to listen to the podcast, because if you're not, it's going to suck and you're going to hate it. But if you are in that mindset and you're really...
Lies, you're always going to love this show.
Exactly. Then you are going to really, really enjoy it.
We have Eraser here.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm just going to be quiet now.
No, I have nothing else. I think we kind of summed up this show.
Too.
Yeah, it's crap.
Yeah.
It's crap.
Yeah.
Everything is shit. Don't make them.
If it's not shit now, it's going to turn into it. That's how it goes.
Eventually.
A polished turd.
Yeah. That is the
But Karin,
tagline.
where can people find you? I will post everything in the description, but just for the people being lazy.
In case anyone didn't notice, my name is Bahkadisch.
Bahkadisch. How can you not know how to spell
Can we
that?
have like a count on how many times we said
We've
Bahkadisch?
only said it like 7 times.
I'm never
I
going to
think
listen
so.
to any episode we make.
Bahkadisch, Bahkadisch, Bahkadisch. There we go.
Bahkadisch. Yeah, alcohol poisoning levels of Bahkadisch. You know, you have to drink every time we say it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
But we say it at the end,
Yeah,
which
just to
kind of
make it more
defeats the
fun.
purpose.
Yeah.
Because
You
they're
could-
already super drunk, so now we're killing them. Yeah.
No, it's on Instagram. It's Bahkadisch, and if you go through Instagram, you can find whatever you need to know. The shop is on there, and blah blah blah.
Ooh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I said blah 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 so many times. This
You did?
Yeah.
No.
Shit, I didn't pick it
Yeah.
up.
You
I didn't
didn't?
pick it up.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, but this is but that's Robert's stomach. It comes in at the end.
But it's been the whole
Yeah, but I
episode.
heard it in the
Yeah,
early.
No,
yeah.
but the stomach agreed with me.
Yeah.
It said like,
Yeah, so go to the Instagram, check it out.
Yeah, or check the description if super lazy.
But thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us. You don't understand how much it means to us that you actually took the time out of this very important spiritual holiday
yeah.
Thank
to
you,
be with
Jesus.
us.
For being such a big believer, we're really grateful that you're
Jesus thanks you.
Thank you.
the light
Well,
of the
thank-
Lord.
Thank you, Jesus number 1, Jesus number
Number
2,
two.
Hey.
for having me. It was a lot of fun. If
I
we
don't-
cut out the dart part in the beginning.
Dork part.
The
dork?
the dart part.
Dart part.
The dart part.
I was like, the dark part. I was like, what the hell did we say on this episode?
That's the whole episode. Yeah, no promises here. I'm going to keep what's being kept. And
Keep what's being kept.
yeah.
Very nice.
there you go. It's just going to
So
be what it
you,
is.
do you have any closing words? We always say something stupid. So
That was
No
one.
pressure.
no pressure. No.
No.
He set the bar right there.
Yeah.
Come
no,
on,
I
wrap
have-
us out. Come on, come on, wrap us out.
Sorry.
Big D, eraser.
I'm not a one-liner. I'm sorry, I have nothing.
That's cool.
That's perfect.
That's cool.
I'm not a one-liner. You heard it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
I think I've said that
like
more
it.
than Bahkadisch in this episode, to be honest. You heard it here first. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you so much for listening. Tell
ASMR.
all your friends to check out Bahkadisch.
For sure. Up, and Bahkadisch.
Very nice.